Alrighty, folks, it's a Wednesday. It's the third day in the month of December, and today here on the Joe Show, we celebrate National Green Bean Casserole Day. Kind of strange to celebrate this after Thanksgiving, but sure, you can have it any time of year, but this dish is a true holiday classic. If you're not a veggie lover, then no worries. Even those who can't choke down a single green bean seem to chow down on green bean casserole. The green bean casserole was first created by the Campbell Soup Company in 1955. The inspiration to create a quick and easy recipe around two things most Americans always had on hand in the 50s: green beans and Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. Fast forward to 1972, and the Good Housekeeping cookbook recipe replaced the cream of mushroom soup with sour cream. Yeah, that didn't last long. The old standard returned. Ugh, that sounds nasty. Sour cream and green beans just hanging out, just dipping it onto your plate with a big spoonful of sour cream and green beans. Yeah, give me the cream of mushroom soup instead. It's a National Green Bean Casserole Day on this Wednesday, December the 3rd edition of The Joe Show. We start you off this morning, as we always do, playing the national anthem. It's coming your way courtesy of Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. Here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. 859-238-9447, 238 WHIR. We'd love to have you right here on the radio, on the Joe Show. Birthdays and anniversaries that we celebrate every Joe Show morning here on WHIR, 859-238-9447. Let's get the birthday music queued up and go over those special birthdays and anniversaries on this December the 3rd. Here we go. Okay, birthdays today on the show look like this. We get the birthdays queued up here. I'm like a step behind this morning. All right, Debbie Bottomley Shaber has a birthday today. Happy birthday to Debbie Bottomley Shaber. Other birthdays on December the 3rd include Hillary Baker, Crystalline Hubble, Willis Dietz, Tracy Hodges, and Kara Gross. 859-238-9447. Debbie Shaber, Hillary Baker, Crystalline Hubble, Willis Dietz, Tracy Hodges, Kara Gross. There we go. It's a Wednesday. It's the third day of the month of December. So happy to have you aboard the Joe Show on this Wednesday morning. 859-238-9447 to call in. Typical Wednesday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest is at 7:10. Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix joins the show as we'll talk Franklin County defense today. That'll be the topic of conversation this morning with Coach Haddix. That'll be at 7:10. 7:40, County Agents Corner. Linda calls calls in this morning, filling in for Boyle County this week, and we'll have Linda on this morning at 7:40. 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:10, State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe joins the show. We'll see what's going on with our state senator this morning and in the world of Frankfort and what's going on in the state capitol and what she's up to. That'll be at 8:10. Here on the show, 9:10 this morning, Boyle County EMS joins the show. The first and third Wednesdays of the month, Boyle County EMS will have Mike Rogers and crew with a crisis response unit. 9:35 this morning, the Fairways is going to be on the show. Now, if you've never heard of the Fairways, this is the restaurant at the Danville Country Club. And they want to come on and talk about their menu, what they're serving, and that they are open to the public. You do not have to be a country club member to eat at the Fairways. You can eat there just as a non-member, too. So we're going to talk about that. Interesting conversation. Looking forward to hearing from the Fairways. That'll be at 9:35 this morning. That's the rundown of today's show. We would love to have you on. As always, our phone number to call in is 859-238-9447. Okay, enough of me. Sports is coming up for you now, which I guess is not enough of me because it's also me. But we'll get to sports. Not a good night for the Cats once again. They lose another ranked game. We'll talk about it right now. Good morning to you. Kentucky basketball loses again to a big-time opponent. The Blue Jays sign a pitcher. Major League Baseball's gambling scandal continues. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Wednesday morning sports. Starting off with UK basketball, where Derek Dixon made a tie-breaking layup with 16 seconds left and scored 5 of UNC's last 6 points to lift the number 16 Tar Heels to a 67-64 win over number 18 Kentucky last night. Dixon finished with 9 points off the bench, and his three-pointer with 53 seconds left helped give the Tar Heels their first road win of the season. Henry Vissars led North Carolina with 17 points, followed by Caleb Wilson with 15. Wilson shot 5 for 19, but added 12 rebounds and 6 assists. The Tar Heels made 6 threes, limited the Wildcats to just 1 on 13 attempts, and handing Kentucky his first home loss of the season. Neither team led by more than 6 in a game and featured 9 ties and 14 lead changes. Otega Owe led the Wildcats with 16 points, followed by Colin Chandler with 12. Denzel Aberdeen had 10. Chandler made a layup that tied the score at 64, but misfired in a layup with 4 seconds left. Wilson made 1 of 2 free throws at the other end and then stole the inbound pass to seal the win. For North Carolina, the Cats lose again. They're 5-3 now on the season through the first 8 games. In Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays are not hesitating to fortify the backbone of their success the past 4 seasons, starting pitching. On the same day, they announced the signing of Dylan Cease to a $210 million deal. The club agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal with another right-handed starter named Cody Ponce. Who is Ponce, you ask? Well, he's the latest pitcher who started his career in the major leagues, only to reinvent themselves playing overseas and return a finished product ready to cash in a more lucrative deal. Ponce, who's 31, pitched in 20 games, including 5 starts for the Pirates in the 2020 and 21 seasons, but posted just a 5.86 ERA. Stuck in a perpetual swingman role, even in the Pirates minor leagues. He ventured to Asia in 2022, and in 3 seasons, Japan's top league largely could not shake that inconsistency. Yet a move to South Korea seemed to flip the switch. He dominated the past season for the South Korea Eagles, striking out 252 batters in 89 2/3 innings with a 1.89 ERA and a 17-1 record over 29 starts. He earned MVP honors for his performance. His fastball now sits at 95 miles per hour, and like so many major leaguers in recent years, has added a split finger pitch to his repertoire. And staying in Major League Baseball, jury selection will begin May the 4th in the trial of Cleveland Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz, who each face up to 65 years in prison for their alleged roles in a gambling scheme. Both pitchers have entered not guilty pleas to charges of wire fraud, conspiracy, honest services, wire fraud conspiracy, conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery, and money laundering conspiracy. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
This is Scott Bottoms, owner of Danville Office Equipment. We at DOE are proud to bring you the stories behind the Christmas music.
Francis Chick Powers. with an inside story behind a Christmas song.
Rocking around the Christmas tree
That's Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by then 13-year-old Miss Brenda Lee. She's now a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Up next, Miss Brenda Lee details lots of information on the events that took place.
In July of 1958, when I was a little over 13 years old, Owen Bradley, my producer at Decca Records, called me and said that he had a Christmas song. It had been sent to him by Decca executive Milt Gabler. It was written by Johnny Marks. We immediately set up a recording session at the Quonset Hut. My manager, Dub Albritton, took me to the studio, and much to my surprise, Owen had the studio decorated like Christmas, with a big Christmas tree and lights and decorations everywhere. He also had the air conditioning on cold to get the whole effect in motion. The musicians were the great A-Team, and the background singers were the famous group, the Anita Kerrs. We all sat down and came up with the right arrangement and recorded it. It was magical. It was released that year of 1958 and in the next year in 59, but it really didn't do very well. We released it again in 1960 after I had the #1 record, I'm Sorry, and boy, did it take off. And ever since then, it's been such a blessing in my life.
From the Christmas files of the musicalsoundreview.com, I'm Francis Chick Powers.
in the new old-fashioned way.
This is Scott Bottoms. We at DOE are proud to bring you the stories behind the Christmas music. All of us at Danville Office Equipment wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and Happy New Year. We offer a full line of office supplies, furniture, break room and janitorial supplies, along with copiers and printers for your office. DOE.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, O'Reilly Joe, coming your way courtesy of our friends over at the Ready Care Clinic in Danville, now open on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care. They provide routine checkups, preventive screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic. Mostly cloudy today, high of 37, a low tonight of 24. It will gradually become sunny. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 is a high, 21 is a low. Friday, mostly cloudy, 41 is a high on Boyle County Rebel Football Friday. Saturday, you get partly sunny skies. I'm trying to clear my throat here. Saturday, partly sunny skies for the small town Christmas and a high of 42. Right now, it's 6:28 in the morning. It's 27 degrees on this Wednesday morning, third day of December. So happy you're on the show. 859-238-9447. We're almost already at bottom hour news. Let's move quickly here.
On this day in country music.
All right, starting off with this day in country music history in the year 1925, Cantwell, Missouri is the place. Ferlin Husky is the person. An American country music singer, had 24 top 20 hits on the Billboard country charts between 1953 and 1975. It was on this date, country music history, 1944, Leslie County, Kentucky. That's Hayden, Kentucky, where Roger Bowling was born, Nashville-based songwriter. Best-known songs include Lucille, Coward of the County, both recorded by Kenny Rogers, and Blanket on the Ground by Billy Joe Spears. And it was on this date, country music history, 1967, Tammy Wynette went #1 on the country charts. with her song Stand By Your Man. And that's what's gone on this date, December 3rd, in country music history. Let's skip ahead to 1944 since we've got a Kentucky native on here. Roger Bowling, who helped pen two of Kenny Rogers' greatest songs, born on this date in Leslie County, Kentucky, 1944.
Everyone considered him the coward of the county.
Yeah, he helped with Hal Bynum write Lucille and Coward of the County. Mentioned he also wrote Blanket on the Ground as well as What I've Got in Mind and 57 Chevrolet, both recorded by Billy Joe Spears. He died one day after Christmas, December 26th of 1982 in the state of Georgia. Roger Bowling, born on this date, 1944. He would have been 81 years old today.
Died in prison. I looked after Tommy because he was my brother's son.
And that's what's gone on this day, December 3rd. Country music history, 6:30 in the morning. K&N Bottom Hour News comes your way now on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Tuesday evening assault at a Lexington apartment leaves a victim with life-threatening injuries. It happened just after 6 o'clock at the Life at Lexington Square Apartments off Lakeshore Drive. Police arrived to find the victim, who was then quickly transported to the hospital. An individual was taken into custody. Lexington police report there was no current threat to the public. A close 8-7 vote by the Urban County Council pushes ahead the plans to build a new government center on West Vine, starting with a $30 million down payment. Some spoke in favor of replacing the once planned temporary building, but some were against said motion.
But ask yourself, really, who is this new city building really helping?
The audio from WKYT. Some detractors wanted more focus on residents' living conditions, while others worry about the lack of federal funding support. There is currently no timeline for the new government center. A 61-year-old man is charged for allegedly assaulting a passenger in Madison County. The alleged attack took place on August 30th as the victim left a party on High Street in Richmond, leaving in a rideshare after becoming intoxicated. The victim told police she lost consciousness shortly afterwards. Once she regained said consciousness, she was at the Richmond Center with driver Clifford Parton watching her from his seat. After getting home, the victim had a rape kit done the following night. After police obtained GPS data and pinpointed the driver, Parton admitted to KSP about the sexual assault. He's held in the Madison County Detention Center. And for the first time since 2007, North Carolina wins at Rupp Arena as the number 16 Tar Heels defeat the number 18 Kentucky Wildcats 67-64. Otega Owe led the Cats with 16 points. Up next for UK, a neutral site game at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena against Gonzaga, tip-off at 7. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We're continuing to jet toward the weekend. And again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peak. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the Downtown Hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
Discover Danville's newest dining option, the Fairways Restaurant, now open to the public. Enjoy lunch Tuesday through Friday, Saturday brunch, and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, with prime rib night every Thursday. Our full menu features everything from burgers to steaks, plus daily specials. Offered in an elevated setting, the Fairways Restaurant provides an intimate and unique dining experience. Find the Fairways at the Danville Country Club, now available to anyone who makes a reservation. The Fairways Restaurant, where everyone's welcome.
There's something magical about Christmas in a small town like Danville. Danville's Small Town Christmas is back on Saturday, December 6th. There's so many fun things for kids like you and me. Pictures with Santa, face painting, hot chocolate, the Danville Polar Express train, and a lot more.
Other activities include the Vendors Village, food trucks, and musical performances, and all of it leading up to the Christmas parade at 6:30 on Main Street.
Danville Small Town Christmas, Saturday, December 6th on Main Street. The fun starts at noon. This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Riley Joe, appreciate that. Coming your way courtesy of our friends over at The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy this afternoon, becoming sunny. A high of 37, a low tonight of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 is the high, 21's the low. On Football Friday for the 12-time, looking to become 13-time state champion Boyle County Rebels. You get mostly cloudy skies, 41 and 26 is the high and low. Right now it's 6:37 in the morning. It is 25 degrees. What's going on with Larry Vaught today? He's giving us Vaught's View.
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Micah Johnson is one of the nation's top high school prospects coming out of Fort Campbell High School because of his tremendous combination of size, speed, and strength, and was rated as the nation's top inside linebacker by ESPN. Johnson was one of 4 finalists for the Walter Payton Trophy as the nation's fastest, strongest, and most dedicated high school player, and won Mr. Football, the Paul Horning Award, and the Roy Kidd Award as the state's top high school player his senior year. Micah Johnson had his choice of where to play college football, but eventually picked Kentucky over Georgia and Notre Dame. He was an all-SEC linebacker at Kentucky and had almost 200 tackles in his Kentucky career. He was signed by the New York Giants as an undrafted free agent after 2010 draft. He played for 5 NFL teams in 4 years before signing to play for Calgary in the Canadian Football League in 2013, and what was a great move for him.
Lots Views will return in a moment.
Raider Auction Company will conduct a year-end farm equipment auction Friday, December 19th at 8 a.m. at 1010 Skyline Drive in Hopkinsville. Selling will be tractors, combine, corn and grain heads, drills, hay and tilling equipment, planters, rotary mowers, spray equipment, industrial equipment. Hundreds of items sale day. For more info or to consign, call Raider Auction Company. Financing is available. Raider Auction Company's year-end farm equipment auction Friday, December 19th, starting at 8 a.m. 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. That's Raider Auction Company.
Micah Johnson recently added a third Grey Cup ring to his Canadian League resume. He became one of only 12 non-kickers aged 37 or older ever to make an All-CFL team, and just the 8th defensive lineman to be an All-CFL selection 5 times. Johnson was named to the CFL's second-team All-Decade defensive team and showed this year that even at age 37, former Kentucky high school star can still play at a high level.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Von Vought's Views Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time at 6:40 in the morning. Wednesday, the third day of December, 24 degrees. Cold one to start off on this Wednesday morning. The 5th season of Stranger Things is breaking all sorts of records on Netflix. It just recently released, and it's just shattering records. The 5th and final season of Stranger Things, and it looks like they may try to keep this thing going here.
Coming to Netflix. You thought it was coming to an end, but the Stranger Things adventure is continuing for a 6th season.
Hey, 11, let's get the bikes and go to the Upside Down. What'd you say, Mike? The bikes. We are children who ride bikes, and we need to get to the Upside Down. Huh?
Yes, the actors may be getting older, but the characters are still children.
11, help! I was gathering some quarters together so I can go to the arcade, and I've fallen and I can't get up.
I've also fallen and I can't get up.
Huh?
It's Stranger Things, Season 6, coming to Netflix.
Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver line in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Here we go. A little Floyd Kramer action for you on this Wednesday morning. Starting off with story number 1, where a UPS driver in California saved a 75-year-old man's life after finding him critically injured following a golf cart accident. Derek West used his belt as a tourniquet to control severe bleeding until medical crews arrived, a step doctors later say was likely a crucial aspect in this man surviving. West later met the victim's son, who thanked him for the quick action that helped his father's survival and long enough to reach the hospital. Wow, Derek West, a UPS driver in California, saved the life of a 75-year-old man who was seriously injured after his golf cart collided with a truck. The victim's son, named Chris Osterman, calls West an angel for saving his dad.
If he had been 5 minutes behind, we don't think he would have made it. Without Derek, I wouldn't have a dad anymore. He's an angel.
Well, story number 2 coming from Kansas, where after completing treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma, an 18-year-old from Kansas used his Make-A-Wish opportunity to create a holiday toy drive for children still undergoing care. Jack Punswick organized donations of clothes, blankets, and toys to bring comfort to young patients who may spend the season in the hospital. His choice to help others with his wish is rare among Make-A-Wish recipients and reflects his belief that moments of hope can be as meaningful as medical treatment. And story number 3 coming from the Pile of Puppies. Interesting little nonprofit here based in Portland, where they bring litters of puppies to children facing serious or long-term illnesses. It's run on donations and grants. The group arranges thousands of visits every single year, creating warm, individualized sessions where kids can relax and just play with puppies. Families say the joyful interactions can be transformative, helping children reconnect and cope with their health challenges. The good news, a pile of puppies. Yeah, that brings joy to chronically ill kids. A teenager uses the Make-A-Wish to launch a toy drive for kids in the hospital. And a UPS driver saves a grandpa's life after a golf cart crash. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next on The Joe Show.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Ready for a fast, safe, and easy way to send your share of the rent money? Put your feet up, because with Zelle, you can send your monthly amount from the comfort of your couch. Zelle is conveniently found in your Farmers National Bank online or mobile banking account, and it's available now. Ask a Farmers National Bank representative for more information. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Farmers National Bank. Member FDIC.
What could a model look like? Here's the cost to maybe go run a car, and you can decide where you want to put your resources.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
In addition to traditional summer camp, Victory Junction also hosts family weekends, partner programs, and day camps. And the Victory Junction Outreach Program takes camp fun beyond our gates to children at hospitals and partner sites throughout North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Victory Junction makes the impossible accessible.
This is a place that needs to be here 50 years from now, 100 years from now. We are never going to run out of kids that can benefit from Victory Junction.
Discover how you can get involved at victoryjunction.org.
Forgetting the ongoing antitrust court case for a moment, one of the problems with the next-gen car, and NASCAR admits it's a problem, is that the teams to make their cars go faster have a teeny tiny box to work in, which everyone seems to agree now is too small. NASCAR president Steve O'Donnell.
You know, you look at the next-gen car and why did it happen? And it came about from the race teams saying, help us, help ourselves, right? We had individual car parts manufacturers, not a sustainable model. So you look at what we've been able to capture now, we all have a good understanding of, you know, what it costs to go run a race team. So in the future, you know, what could a model look like where here's the cost to maybe go run a car? We all kind of agree on that, and you can decide where you want to put your resources. Is that on pit road? Is that on engineering? You know, a lot of discussions are happening around that because it's not lost on us that we do like the storylines of, you know, engineers, crew chiefs contributing to making their car go faster and contributing to wins. So there's a lot of discussion going on right now about that, but we want to do that in a really smart way so we don't open up the cost factor and we go right back to where we were.
When it comes to maintaining your engine to run at peak performance, trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Protect your vehicle's engine to the max with Z-Max. Check us out at zmax.com or visit us on Facebook and Twitter to find out more about our full line of products. Remember the name Z-Max for your car, big rig, small engines, firearms, and more. That's Z-Max Micro Lubricant.
For the 2311 Front Row Motorsports versus NASCAR trial that's now taken the green flag, the judge may have to institute mandatory bed checks for the jury of 6 and 3 alternates. Seems to me they'll need all the sleep they can get just to stay awake. The two teams have listed 778 exhibits they want brought in as evidence. NASCAR has 814. Most of it boring financial records and other minutia that would have me taking a nap. Maybe they could get 5-hour energy to sponsor the court case. PRN's Garage Pass. Not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh Joe. Thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Right Meyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call in Marker Chris for a free quote. 859-236-66. 86. Mostly cloudy, then becoming sunny. A high of 37. Low tonight, 24. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. High of 34. Low of 21. On Friday, mostly cloudy for the Rebels versus the Franklin County Flyers. And a high of 41. Right now, it's 6:51 in the morning. Wednesday, the 3rd day of December. And 25 degrees here in Danville. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-WHIR. And we got the dad joke of the day to kick off the Silliness at Sunrise segment. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's 6th favorite segment on the Joe Show every single morning. We call this the dad joke of the day. Here we go.
Dad joke of the day.
All right, dad joke of the day. My car was making a funny noise. It was like a terrible sounding noise, to be honest. Not just funny, it was terrible sounding. So I took my car to the mechanic, making this terrible noise. Guess what happened? Mechanic got in, was looking at stuff. He removed the Mariah Carey Christmas CD, and now it's not making that terrible noise anymore. I mean, he's a good mechanic. There we go. Dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays. Some of you all are punching air right now that I would say something around a Mariah Carey Christmas CD. Getting y'all up in arms and angry this morning over there.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Oh, are you going to love Duolingo? Just how it sounds, Duolingo, because hola isn't enough. You need to say, abroche su cinturón, órale pues, whatever. So it's gamified learning that actually sticks over 40 languages and counting. You can learn any language, basically. And so streaks that guilt trip you into learning daily. It works like magic. It's unbelievable. Duolingo, if you're trying to learn that other language and you don't want to feel like you're in school or whatever, it's like a game. And it works. 5-star rated. Learn that other language now with Duolingo. It's Rick Dees and this molten magma every day. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
Yes, we do. Rick Dees, the Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time, leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where Jeannie Robertson is in the spotlight this morning. Jeannie Robertson, in kind of an older clip here, talking about how she was at one point up for the Miss America Award. Jeannie Robertson, Country Comic Spotlight. Here she is.
Thank you. Thank you, Carl. And I appreciate his mentioning that I was Miss Congeniality in the Miss America pageant. I can still do this, too. By the way, I realized that when you came in and you got your sheet of paper that told you that there would be someone here who was in the Miss America pageant, that some of you might be expecting a slightly younger, slightly better looking woman. But I have watched you come in, and I must be honest with you. I was expecting some younger, better looking men. And in case some of you think that I am traveling around the country as a professional speaker with my crown still in my purse, let me tell you right now where this all fits into my life at this point. Not long ago, I was asked to go down to Port St. Joe, Florida. I thought to speak to high school students. I was standing with the school superintendent in the gym-atorium when he said we got so excited about having a speaker from out of the county that we decided to bring in all of our students, kindergarten through grade 12. I had a hot flash. Or as we say in the South, a little personal summer.
Jeannie Robertson, Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees, in this morning's Planet of the Apps. I'd play the rest of it, but it is a 5-minute clip. If you wanna watch the rest of it, you can look on YouTube. Don't Underestimate a 5-Year-Old by Jeannie Robertson. You can watch the rest of that. My own personal summer. I've never heard it referred to that way before. Best jokes from last night's late night show, starting off with Jimmy Fallon joking last night about President Donald Trump and Trump vodka coming back to the store shelves.
You guys hear about this? I saw that after a 14-year hiatus, Trump vodka is back. Oh. At this point, even Trump is acknowledging living under me can be a lot. Yep, Trump vodka. He was like, it's the perfect gift for the holiday season.
Jimmy Fallon also joking about President Donald Trump posting over 160 times on Truth Social.
Well, guys, people are talking about this. Last night, President Trump posted over 160 times on Truth Social, averaging more than one post a minute. Well, I think we know where Venezuela's cocaine has been going.
Jimmy Kimmel also joking about that same thing. President Trump posting 160 times in one day on Truth Social.
Our president, I know I've said this before, but for real, this time he went completely off the rails last night. The man who is allegedly running the country banged out an onslaught of posts and reposts in a furious social media blitzkrieg that started at 7:09 p.m., went on nonstop until almost midnight. From 7 to 12, he posted 160 times. It's an average of every 2 minutes for 5 hours straight. You want to see what that looks like? I'll show you what that looks like, because it's quite... This is it. That's what he did last night. Do you know how long you have to be on the toilet to post that much?
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Rick Dees, in this morning's Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day, and Jeannie Robertson of the Country Comic Spotlight, all giving you the early morning laughs on this Wednesday morning, the third day of the month of December. We're so happy you're aboard the Joe Show. It's 859-238-9447 to call in, 238-WHIR. We're back in 90 seconds to wrap up and put a bow on top of this 6 o'clock in the morning hour on the Joe Show.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At A Gathering Place, we promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance quality of life. The activities that we offer are designed to keep seniors active and involved, offer socialization, promote friendship, encourage mental fitness, and positively impact overall health and wellness. To find out more, visit us at agatheringplace.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Although it's been said many times.
Well, I hope that UK basketball performance last night didn't change our new head football coach's mind. He was sitting courtside watching that. They may just turn around and walk out. I don't want to be at this place anymore. Look at the way these cats play basketball. I thought this was a basketball school. Goodness, 5-3. Went 1 for 13 from three-point range. It was nasty last night, 7 o'clock in the morning.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Taylor. Immigration applications from 19 non-European countries are no longer being accepted by the federal government. More from Rory O'Neill.
All green card and citizenship applications from the 19 countries are being put on hold by the Trump administration over what's described as national security and public safety concerns. Countries on the list include Afghanistan, Somalia, Venezuela, Haiti, and Iran. The move comes after an immigrant from Afghanistan was accused of shooting 2 National Guard members just blocks from the White House.
President Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth are defending the strike allegedly targeting survivors on a suspected Venezuelan drug boat. During a cabinet meeting at the White House, both were asked about the Washington Post report that Navy Admiral Frank Bradley directed a second strike to comply with Hegseth's order that no one be left alive. Gabe Gutierrez reports.
Hegseth said even though he watched the first part of the attack live, he'd moved on to his next meeting before the second strike.
Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat. We have his back, and the American people are safer because narco-terrorists know you can't bring drugs through the water.
So you didn't see any survivors, to be clear, after that first strike?
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded and fire, smoke, you can't see anything, you got digital. This is called the fog of war.
Trump said he hasn't gotten a lot of information on the incident, but did say he regards the operation as a justified attack. Republican Matt Van Epps is the winner of a special House election in Tennessee. Mark Mayfield has more.
Speaking Tuesday night, Van Epps credited the president for his victory.
Your endorsement made the difference, and I will never forget it.
He beat Democrat Afton Bain, dashing hopes of a larger blue wave after major Democratic wins in November's elections. The election comes after Democrats swept key races in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York on November 4th.
You're listening to the latest on NBC News Radio.
An invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-577-2648. That's 1-800-577-2648. Again, 1-800-577.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani met for the first time Tuesday to discuss the transition. Both Adams and Mamdani said the meeting went well, with the mayor hoping to convince his successor to keep a lot of his programs intact. He told reporters he thinks the best level of appreciation is duplication. When Mamdani was asked about Adams' remark, he said he made his critiques clear, but also noted there are good things that this administration has done. He mentioned Adams' City of Yes initiative and containerization to reduce the rat population. Mamdani also praised Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch's crime-fighting results, saying it's a critical part of why he decided to retain her. Vaccine advisors working under Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. are poised to vote soon on potentially ending the practice of vaccinating newborns for hepatitis B. The Washington Post says the federal advisors also plan to examine whether the childhood shots are behind the rise of allergies and autoimmune disorders. They'll be meeting on Thursday and Friday and reportedly plan to vote on ending the recommendation to vaccinate all babies for hepatitis B within 24 hours of birth. A recent study found the birth dose was responsible for a 99% drop in childhood infections. Amazon co-founder Jeff Bezos and his wife are giving millions of dollars to groups that help the homeless. The Bezos Day One Families Fund announced this week it would be giving over $102 million to 32 organizations around the U.S. The donation is part of the foundation's $2 billion commitment to helping homeless families around the country. The worst drivers in America can be found on the roads of North Dakota. That's according to a new Lending Tree report that shows the Rough Rider state with 64 incidents per 1,000 drivers. The report looked at accidents, DUIs, speeding, and other driving violations to determine the rankings. New Jersey came in second, followed by Utah. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
Hey folks, Willie Baker here, Baker Auctions Real Estate, and boy do we have an end-of-year lineup of auctions coming at you. First off, 9490 Lebanon Road, that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home. Sale ends December the 11th at 6:30 p.m. Got 206 Scrubgrass Road, which is a house, a full remodel, more rough than diamond. That'll be ending on December the 18th. Find these auctions and more at bidbaker.com. And don't forget, get more for your acre. Call Willie Baker. Call us at 855-858-7653.
Good morning to you folks. It is Wednesday. It's the third day of the month of December, and we're happy to have you aboard the show, a day where we get cloudy skies, but gradually becoming sunny. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here right now, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end-of-the-year sales event, where you pay zero money down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with zero money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We're continuing to jet toward the weekend, and again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrip. Wardrip was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrip's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peak. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the downtown hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stewartpowell.com.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Riley Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends. Hanging out over at The Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? The owners and operators have always got you covered at The Little Sign Shop. Many signs within 24 hours. They are in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. A high of 37, a low tonight of 24. Cloudy skies tomorrow, a high of 34, low at 21. Football Friday for the Boyle County Rebels. And you get mostly cloudy skies, 41 and 26 is the high and low. Chance of rain and snow showers on Friday. I don't mind it. I don't mind a little remembered, or I guess memorable weather is the word I'm looking for. A little memorable weather on a state championship football Friday. Imagine the snow flurries lightly flying as the Rebels take the field for a chance to win state championship number 13. I don't mind that any at all, actually. Give it to me. Give me that memorable weather. Right now it's 7:10 in the morning, 25 degrees. I, however, though, am speaking as someone who would not be on the field playing in that weather. Let's ask what Coach Haddix thinks about it. It's time to talk with Coach Haddix, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
And we welcome onto the show the head football coach of the Boyle County Rebels. His name is Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good this morning. How are you?
I am doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning talking Rebel football with us as you all gear up for a showdown with Franklin County on Friday night in the Class 4A state championship game. And, Coach, we've talked about the Franklin County offense. They are very dynamic. They've got a lot of very good, talented playmakers on their team, led by their quarterback. Now let's talk about their defense, Coach, a defense that has pitched 5 shutouts this year. What do you expect to see out of this Franklin County defense on Friday night?
Very physical defense of what they do. They've got a good mix of some young guys and some older guys. Got, number 44, the inside backer, Olds. He's leading the team in tackles. He's got 150 tackles. Number 7's a freshman who's probably 6'2", 215 pounds. Good-looking kid. I think he's second or third in tackles. Really good in the secondary. 11, who's also a good player on offense, is one of their best corners. 8, free safety, Moore. He's been a 3-year starter there, him and 11 both. They got another senior, number 5, who's really plays the other corner for him. He plays tight end and corner. Big, good-looking kid. They've got, D-line. It's played a lot. The running back starts D-end. They've got some players on defense. Maybe they're not, as far as like height and weight, the biggest team we played, but they're active and they move and play downhill.
Yeah, I'm looking at their stats, Coach. It seems 101 tackles for loss this year. Blew my mind, and then I'm like, well, I wonder how many Boyle County has. Y'all have 100 tackles for loss, so y'all are right there with them, but they do have 36 sacks on the season, so they get in the backfield, Coach, quite frequently, getting, like you said, downhill, tackling runners in the backfield, or even bringing the quarterback down.
Yeah, they do a good job. I mean, they're physical. They get lined up. They don't beat themselves. They don't allow a whole lot of big plays. They play good football. And, at this time, that's what wins as far as what you're doing.
Coach, they've also forced 35 turnovers through 14 games, 19 interceptions, 16 fumble recoveries. They are talented at taking the football away.
Yep. And, that's good teams in November and December is when you're getting turnovers. That's a big thing for us as far as offensively. We don't want to turn the ball over. No team wants to turn the ball over. So we've got to do a good job taking care of the ball, and then we get opportunities to score, we got to score. And they do a really good job. They're well coached. They play hard. And it's going to be a battle Friday night.
Coach, how did practice go for you all yesterday? Did you get a snow practice in?
We did. I said we were, with school out, we're able to get buses and all that. So we actually went over to Center College and practiced on that field and used the goalpost and had all that kind of yesterday, which was good, and underneath the lights. And we had to clean off. We cleaned off about a 30-yard field there. Some of our guys did, and had a good practice last night.
So how does that work when you're going to the state championship game or you're playing in a college field that you want to practice on a college field too? Do you just reach out to Coach Fry or Center College and just ask them for permission?
Yes, they were great about setting it up, turning the lights on and anything we needed over there. So very thankful to have that university and that college there, and Coach Fry, obviously, he's a class act, and whatever we need, he's always been there to help us.
Coach, looked like you all had a buffet of some sort at Drake's last night. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we did. It was a great setup. We got a hold of Drake's, said, hey, we'd like to have some of the cheeseburgers and the chicken sandwiches and quesadillas, and they kind of made us a little buffet with some fries. And then my mother-in-law and wife made a nice little cake for them. So our guys ate well last night after practice.
I love it. Good stuff. Coach, you all are eating well this morning, right? It's a breakfast Wednesday?
Yes, I'm over here at Memo's right now waiting in the driveway. The kids already went in, coming over for this. We're actually going to Junction and Parable this morning, so we get to go through and go see the kids, and then we'll get them some donuts before they go back into school. So we're excited about going out and being in the community today.
Awesome stuff. I know you have talked about when you were a kid and when Breathitt County won the championship and seeing the Breathitt County football team as an elementary school kid, how that sparked you to want to play football for Breathitt County. And these small little things of what seem to be small, going to the elementary schools, getting the kids hyped up, how that builds the future of Rebel football.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I love doing this. I said, I wish we could I hope we get to do it every year and going out and being in the community and seeing kids and playing for state championships.
Boyle County,
better.
Yeah, Boyle County Rebel head coach Justin Haddix, what do you work on? Last question, Coach. What are you working in practice today?
We got an offensive day today, so we'll go through our game plan, make sure we got everything in. There's no, we may have held some bullets back for things that were moved. There ain't nothing to hold back now. So we've got to let it all out, what we do best and what we've been practicing on, so our kids will be ready to go.
There you go. We love it. Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning about special teams, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. Rebels and Flyers. It's a Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff, and a game we'll have on Z105 WRNZ FM at 7:17 in the morning. And we've got sports Brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Coming up next, the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, letting us know what's going on in the world of sports on The Joe Show. He's next.
This is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is a sport with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford. I'm proud to announce Ford's end of the year sales event where you pay zero money down, 0% interest, and zero payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Lease payments starting at $399 a month with zero money down. Come see us at 225 South Danville Bypass, Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The number 18 Kentucky men's basketball team has fallen to 0-3 versus top 25 teams, losing at home last night to number 16 North Carolina, 68-64. Cats went over 10 minutes without a field goal in the second half, but still held a 6-point lead with 6 minutes to go. That's when the Tar Heels went on an 11-3 run to take the lead. UK was 1 for 13 from three-point land. The biggest cheer of the night from the Rupp Arena crowd was the introduction of new head football coach Will Stein. Kentucky plays number 11 Gonzaga Friday night in Nashville. Will Stein will be officially introduced later today at a press conference held in the Nutter Fieldhouse at 4 o'clock. Fans are invited to attend. Ex-UK coach Mark Stoops issued a message on social media thanking Big Blue Nation for their support during his 13 years as the Wildcats head coach. In other coaching news, former Boyle County athlete Neil Brown has been hired as the head football coach at North Texas. Brown's coaching resume shows a 72-51 record in his 10 years as the head coach at Troy in West Virginia, including a 5-1 record in bowls. Meanwhile, Kentucky assistant Brad White is headed to Florida, where he will become the defensive coordinator for new Gators head coach John Sumrall. The college football ratings are out. Ohio State is first, Indiana second, Georgia third, and Texas Tech fourth. Boyle County continues to prep for Friday night's 4A state championship game against Franklin County at Kroger Field. Kickoffs at 8 on Z105. In boys high school basketball last night, it was Boyle County 68, Bergen 42, and Garrett County 57, Thomas Nelson 56. Girls scores, Boyle 58, McCreary Central 25, Thomas Nelson 55, Garrett 48, and Campbellsville 68, Danville Christian 58. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Boyle County Health Department, preventative care for a better future. Environmental health is a key piece of maintaining and improving the health of Boyle County. The Boyle County Health Department presents food safety courses, inspects public facilities, including restaurants, makes sure septic systems are working correctly, and assists with food handler certification programs, administers the radon detection program, rabies prevention, and other environmental health areas. Please call the Boyle County Health Department with any of your environmental needs at 859-236-2053.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, a little Rayleigh Jophus. Thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends over at Morning Point of Danville, offering a state-of-the-art assisted living community, giving residents a better quality of life. Get info on Facebook at Morning Point with an E on the end of point, Morning Point of Danville. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high of 37. A low tonight of 24. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, 34 and 21 is the high and low. Friday, mostly cloudy, 41 is the high. Chance of rain showers and snow showers as well on Friday, flying around for Boyle Rebel State Football Championship game day. 7:23 in the morning right now. It's 24 degrees right here in Danville. I'm so happy you're on the show. It's 859-238-9447 as we get your Wednesday morning started off. School is so back. Get the kids out of the house. Get them back in school. Come on now. Get those Chromebooks charged and antsy them out of the door. Come on, time to go. Time to go. Let's go. Get them out the door and get them to school extra early today. After they were all out of school today, all but DCA had an NTI day yesterday. Hey, in a world full of chicken tenders, Wendy's decided to make something more juicy, more crispy, and even more dippable. And I can tell you, firsthand, all of that is true. I tried out the Wendy's Tendies last week. They've got 3 new sauces, 3 brand new sauces there at Wendy's. A sweet chili sauce for those who like it a little sweet. A new scorching hot for those who thrive on spice. That's me. And they also have got a Wendy's signature sauce for those who like a good twist on a classic. And they've got 3 of their classic sauces: honey barbecue, creamy ranch, and honey mustard. These chicken tenders are really good. Wendy's Tendies, I got it with scorching hot. Rebecca liked the sweet chili as the best sauce. Try them out today. Wendy's Tendies. Get it in a combo meal with a Diet Dr. Pepper and French fries, and you'll remember this meal forever. Gotta have Tendies, gotta be Wendy's. Wendy's right here in Danville on Houstonville Road. Tell them you heard them this morning on the Joe Show for Wendy's Tendies. Hey, let's see what's breaking and trending this morning as we wake you up with the news headlines. Those things make the news as you get this Wednesday morning started off. Let's take a deep dive. Here we go. Starting off here, where Google searches reportedly made by Brian Walsh were at the center of his murder trial as testimony continued yesterday. The Cohasset, Massachusetts man and convicted art fraudster is accused of killing his wife, Anna Walsh, dismembering her and disposing of her body parts in dumpsters. A police analyst testified of Google searches on one of his children's tablets that included 6 ways to dispose of a body: murder, 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 best ways to dispose of body parts after murder, and can you be charged with murder without a body? Walsh admits to disposing of his wife's body but claims she died of natural causes. The last supermoon of 2025 will rise tomorrow night. The December full moon is called the cold moon and may look larger than usual as the lunar orbit swings relatively closer to Earth. NASA says the moon will be just a mere 221,000 miles from Earth on Thursday night. The Geminid meteor shower is also due to start this week, but is not expected to peak until December 13th and 14th. That's when NASA says up to 120 meteors will be visible per hour on a clear night sky. Lawmakers will receive a classified briefing on the Trump administration's strikes on Venezuelan boats. According to The Hill, Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley will provide information on the controversial strikes during a briefing with senior members of the Senate and House Armed Services Committees tomorrow. Bradley was authorized by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to order a follow-up strike on September 2nd against survivors on a targeted boat, and he was head of the Joint Special Operations Command at the time of that strike. The Washington Post reported that Bradley directed a second strike to comply with Hegseth's order that no one be left alive. 2 men were in the water and clinging to the boat when the second strike happened, killing those 2 men. Wikipedia page is, Charlie Kirk's Wikipedia page, I should say, is topping the site's most viewed article list for 2025. The Wikimedia Foundation, which operates the free encyclopedia, released its list of most popular articles on the site for their 11th straight year and says that an estimated 2.4 billion hours were spent reading English language content this year. Charlie Kirk's page garnered almost 45 million views, almost 15 million of those coming in the days after his assassination. Deaths in 2025, Ed Gein, Donald Trump, and Pope Leo rounded out the rest of the top 5 for most viewed articles of the year. President Donald Trump said yesterday that National Guard troops will be sent to New Orleans in the next couple of weeks. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, who asked for up to 1,000 troops to fight crime in September, said he expects them to arrive before Christmas. Critics say the deployment isn't needed because New Orleans is actually on track to have one of the safest years since the 1970s. Local police data shows 97 murders as of early November, down from 266 in 2022, when the city had the highest murder rate in the nation. Mayor-elect Helena Moreno, a Democrat who takes office in January, firmly rejected the idea of National Guard deployment in her city. The Trump administration said Tuesday it will start withholding SNAP food assistance benefits from recipients in 21 mostly Democratic-led states next week after those states refused to provide data on recipients' names and immigration statuses. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said 29 Republican-led states have complied with the data request, but states like California, New York, and Minnesota have not. The administration requested the information to root out fraud. About 42 million Americans receive SNAP benefits. A federal judge in San Francisco issued an order in October blocking the administration from withholding federal SNAP funding from states that refused to provide the data, but Rollins announced the withholding anyway. During yesterday's cabinet meeting, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said the Ag Department will begin the process next week to stop sending SNAP benefits to 21 states.
So, as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer.
That's what's breaking and trending this morning on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports, and also live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX. It is 7:30 in the morning. K&N News is coming your way next. The County Agent's Corner is after that. Linda McClanahan calls in this morning for Caitlin Farley, standing in on this Wednesday for the Boyle County Extension Office. Of course, Linda from Mercer County, but we'll have her on coming up in 10 minutes on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Applications are open in Bowling Green for the city's 7th annual Academy for New Americans. The free program helps immigrants navigate local government and build civic engagement skills. It includes 5 day-long sessions starting in February, covering city services, naturalization, and community resources. The class is limited to 30 participants. Applications for the 2026 session are due January 9th. Statewide, road crews deployed new de-icing material during the season's second snowfall using a mix of salt brine and a beet byproduct treatment that transportation officials say matches the performance of calcium chloride while reducing environmental impact. More than 2,000 workers and new weather cameras backed operations as troopers responded to hundreds of calls. Refreezing remains a concern through tonight. Meanwhile, attorneys are preparing the first wrongful death lawsuits connected to the deadly UPS cargo plane crash in Louisville last month. The suits name UPS and several companies involved in the aircraft's engine and maintenance after a preliminary report found the left engine and pylon separated during takeoff. The crash killed 14 people. Lexington officials, meanwhile, have voted 8-7 to move forward with a $30 million down payment on a new government center after more than 4 decades in a temporary building. Supporters cite rising renovation costs, while critics say housing and basic services should come first. There is no timeline for construction. And Gatton Park in Lexington is launching a new winter village this week, featuring an 80-foot digital Christmas tree, light displays, and seasonal activities through December 23rd. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We're continuing to jet toward the weekend, and again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peake. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the Downtown Hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
This is Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The holidays bring joy, celebration, and connection. But for many, they also bring stress, loneliness, and moments that feel overwhelming. You don't have to face it alone. If you or someone you love is struggling with a mental health crisis, the Boyle County Crisis Response Team is here, ready to respond with compassion, care, and hope. This holiday, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and know that help is always just a phone call away. For mental health emergencies, dial 911. Your mental health matters. Happy holidays from your Boyle County EMS.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. Hey, you know you need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? The owners and operators can always get it done for you at the Little Sign Shop, doing full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville. We're second and 4th Street's Meade. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny, a high of 37, a low tonight of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 and 21 is the high and low. Football Friday for the 12-time state champion Boyle County Rebels taking on Franklin County. And we'll have the game for you, 8 o'clock on Z105. If you're going to the game, wrap up. Mostly cloudy, 41-26 is the low that evening. Right now it's 7:37 in the morning, and the County Agents Corner is coming your way. I believe Caitlin told me yesterday that Linda was calling in this morning from the Mercer County Extension Office, was filling in for Caitlin on this Wednesday. They've got a couple of openings there at the Extension Office, at the Boyle County office, so they're trying to work things around and get the weeks filled and all of that, certain days filled. So Caitlin said as they continue to search for different Extension Office agents to fill different roles and certain roles, they'll have people filling in certain spots, and one of those being the Wednesday morning slot to call into the radio station. So we'll wait and see if Linda McClanahan gives us a call in. I did send her a message. It may have slipped her mind, too. It's not the Mercer County week, right? It's Boyle County week, so could have slipped her mind on that. So we'll see if Linda gives us a call in as we wait. Let's see what's going on in the NBC Health Report. Here's the NBC Health Report.
President Trump says he'll release the results of a recent MRI. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One on Sunday, the president called the results perfect, but had few details to offer. Asked what was examined during the imaging, he said it wasn't the brain, adding that he'd taken a cognitive test and aced that. The World Health Organization is now recommending GLP-1 drugs as a tool for managing obesity. The WHO published its new guidelines Monday in the medical journal JAMA. They said the drugs, which include Eli Lilly's Zepbound and Novo Nordisk's Wegovy, represent a new chapter in the shift in how society approaches obesity. WHO officials are hopeful that one day obesity will be viewed as a complex, preventable, and treatable chronic disease. Growing evidence suggests GLP-1 drugs lower the risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes linked to obesity. Health Update. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Is your driveway ready for Old Man Winter? You depend on your driveway, especially in the winter months, to get in and out of your home. Mercer Stone specializes in quality stone for your driveway. Mercer Stone's special this month is dead grade or crushed stone, $1 off per ton. That's right, $1 off per ton. Mercer Stone is a supplier of all types of stone. Call them or visit them on Bergen Road in Harrodsburg. Don't forget, Mercer Stone special for the month, $1 off per ton, quality dead grade or crushed stone. At Mercer Stone, we will rock you.
There's something magical about Christmas in a small town like Danville. Danville's Small Town Christmas is back on Saturday, December 6th. There's so many fun things for kids like you and me. Pictures with Santa, face painting, hot chocolate, the Danville Polar Express train, and a lot more.
Other activities include the Vendors Village, food trucks, and musical performances, and all of it leading up to the Christmas parade at 6:30 on Main Street.
Danville Small Town Christmas, Saturday, December 6th on Main Street. The fun starts at noon.
My name is Kama McKinney, and I serve as the Executive Director of Chrysalis House. Far too many Kentuckians are struggling with addiction without knowing what resources are available to them. If you or a loved one are in need of a treatment center like Chrysalis House, you can call the KY Help call center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to find resources that are available near you. We are here, we care, and we want to help.
This is a message from Team Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Of course he is. The countdown is on, old Chris. You got 21 days from today, Christmas Eve, for jolly old St. Nick to make his ride. Speaking of coming to town and coming on the radio, it's Linda McClanahan from the Mercer County Extension Office. Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Linda. Doing great. Appreciate you being on this morning, filling in for Caitlin on this Wednesday for the Boyle County Extension Office. Of course, Linda from the Mercer County Extension Office, and we'll have Linda on here to give us the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Here it is.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need, selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Linda McClanahan.
As every livestock owner knows, mud is more than a nuisance. It robs animals of energy, wastes feed, and tears up pasture. The good news is that a few wise choices about location and surface design can turn the worst trouble spots into firm, drainable ground that holds up month after month. Start with placement. Heavy use areas, feeders, gates, mineral sites, and waterers are best when set on a slight rise, not in a bottom or along a ditch. When you place these hubs on higher ground, you deal only with the rain that falls there, not with water flowing through from the rest of the field. That single decision cuts most of the mud before it's able to form. Build a layered pad. Under any rock or gravel, separate soil from stone with felt-like, non-woven geotextile fabric. Overlap seams by a foot or two. Lay it flat, then cover with compacted, dense grade aggregate. Go easy with the first lift so you don't tear the fabric, and then make sure it is well compacted. This simple fabric plus rock system spreads the load from hooves and traffic, sheds water, and resists rutting. When the surface loosens with use, add a thin layer of stone and compact again. Choose the right surface for the spot. Concrete earns its keep around waterers, feed bunks, and scraping lanes. Give it a rough finish, rougher than a sidewalk, to protect hips and joints. Where you want gravel but need more stability, plastic paver grids lock rock in place and stop sloppy areas before they begin. Budget-friendly reinforcements like filling old tires or cinder blocks with rock can stiffen lanes and edges. Soil cement can work for larger pads built in warm weather. Use concrete where routine scraping is expected. Keep daily habits that pay off. Keep hay off bare soil. Once trampled into the mud, it's lost feed in a future weed patch. Scrape manure before it dissolves into sludge. Avoid driving heavy equipment across wet ground to reduce ruts that channel more water during the next rain. Give animals a firm path to and from water and feed so they don't turn a single patch into soup. Where animals access a stream, build one more armored entry or crossing rather than letting the whole bank break down. Fixing cow paths. Grazing animals form contour trails and single-file cow paths to save energy moving to water, feed, and minerals. In wet weather, these routes can erode, expose slick clay, and become hard to traverse, especially on steeper slopes. An all-weather path solves this by building a drainable base, excavate about 8 inches, lay non-woven geotextile, set recycled tire tread cylinders end to end in the trench, and fill inside and around them with dense grade aggregate. The tire tops finish at or just above grade. These paths provide firm footing year-round, cut energy costs for animals, and protect fields from rutting and erosion. That's the day's farm news. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agent's Corner service, the Boyle, Gary, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Extension offices.
There you go. That is Linda McClanahan with the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Linda, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again, I guess, later on this month, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Linda. Bye. That's Linda McClanahan with the County Agent's Corner. Real quickly, some random facts for you that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Let's random fact this thing up. Fact number 1, early 20th century Pennsylvania Germans considered it bad luck to take a bath or change your clothing between Christmas and New Year. So from December the 25th through January 1st, that's a week. If you were a Pennsylvania German and you lived in the early 20th century, you weren't taking a bath, you weren't even changing your clothes. They thought it was bad luck. Number 2, over half of all the master's degrees that people earn in the U.S. are in 3 fields, either a master's of business, a master's of education, or a master's of health professions, some sort of health profession. Business, by the way, is the top one. 23% of all the master's degrees in the U.S., nearly a quarter of them, are masters of business. But the largest increase over the past decade in a master's degree program is in computer and information sciences. Those are up 145% from 2012 to 2022. Overall, master's degrees are up 16% in that time. Doctor's degrees are up 20%. Number 3, Sahara. In Arabic, the word Sahara means desert. So the Saharan desert means desert's desert. That's what the Sahara Desert means. Number 4, there have been 21 people who have won the EGOT. That's the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. But there's only one person who's ever been nominated for all 4, but never won even one of them. And we apologize to Lynn Redgrave today for having that distinctive honor. The only person to ever been nominated for all 4 EGOTs, all 4 of those, and not win a single one. And number 5, all Jewish people whose families are from Europe, which is almost all of the Jewish people you'll meet in the U.S., are 30th cousins or closer. But that fact doesn't mean anything to me. Because if you tell me you're 30th cousins with someone, I'll tell you that doesn't matter. You're not related to someone who's a 30th cousin. Do you realize how many 30th cousins that you have? I didn't, and I just wondered. So I Googled, how many people are you 30th cousins with? And here's the answer. You're likely to have hundreds of millions or even billions of 30th cousins. I'm probably 30th cousins with everyone that lives in this city. But I'm not related to you at that degree of separation. If you're my 30th cousin, you're not invited to the family reunion. And I'm not invited to yours, because that doesn't count. Being a 30th cousin with someone, at that point, it's so far down the line, it's almost a made-up thing. I don't count 30th cousins as being related. I don't even know people who are past my second and third cousins. I wouldn't know anyone past that. So 30th doesn't count. It's 7:50 in the morning. We're 10 minutes away from top hour news. We're going out west of Hollywood coming up next. 30th cousin, come on. That's not a thing.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Kolb, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
Danville Bike and Footwear is listening to their customers with an edition of Ultra running shoes. Ultra is known for its roomy toe box and zero to low drop that adds to your comfort, whether you're running errands or on our beautiful Kentucky trails. Danville Bike and Footwear specializes in individual shoe fittings to ensure maximum comfort. They carry Brooks, Saucony, Asics, and now Ultra shoes for your active lifestyle. Come into Danville Bike and Footwear and let them find the perfect fit for your feet in downtown Danville.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The number 18 Kentucky men's basketball team has fallen to 0-3 versus top 25 teams, losing at home last night to number 16 North Carolina 68-64. Cats went over 10 minutes without a field goal in the second half, but still held a 6-point lead with 6 minutes to go. That's when the Tar Heels went on an 11-3 run to take the lead. UK was 1 for 13 from three-point land. The biggest cheer of the night from the Rupp Arena crowd was the introduction of new head football coach Will Stein. Kentucky plays number 11 Gonzaga Friday night in Nashville. Will Stein will be officially introduced later today at a press conference held in the Nutter Fieldhouse at 4 o'clock. Fans are invited to attend. Ex-UK coach Mark Stoops issued a message on social media thanking Big Blue Nation for their support during his 13 years as the Wildcats head coach. In other coaching news, former Boyle County athlete Neil Brown has been hired as the head football coach at North Texas. Brown's coaching resume shows a 72-51 record in his 10 years as the head coach at Troy in West Virginia, including a 5-1 record in bowls. Meanwhile, Kentucky assistant Brad White is headed to Florida, where he will become the defensive coordinator for new Gators head coach John Sumrall. The college football ratings are out. Ohio State is first, Indiana second, Georgia third, and Texas Tech fourth. Boyle County continues to prep for Friday night's 4A state championship game against Franklin County at Kroger Field. Kickoffs at 8 on Z105. In boys high school basketball last night, it was Boyle County 68, Bergen 42, and Garrett County 57, Thomas Nelson 56. Girls scores, Boyle 58, McCreary Central 25, Thomas Nelson 55, Garrett 48, and Campbellsville 68, Danville Christian 58. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Riley Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Ready Care Clinic, now open in Danville on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care. They provide routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high of 37, a low of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 34, a low tomorrow night of 21, and a chance of rain and snow mixing together on a football Friday. For the Rebels, a high of 41, a low of 26. Right now, it's 7:55 in the morning, and I looked up the stats again. This is according to, the company Ancestry DNA, that claims they're able to detect more relatives in the 3rd to 6th cousin range, which possibly relates to their use of phasing. All right, so this is according to Ancestry DNA. These numbers are just specifically based on British birth rates. So these are for people who live in Great Britain. But just to show you how many number of cousins you have as you go down the generations. 6th cousins, and it stops at 6th because at that point they're like, this is ridiculous. So that's why I think it's ridiculous to say 30th cousin. 6th cousin, they say the average person in the United Kingdom has 174,000 6th cousins. So that number, again, exponentially grows every generation you go, from 7th cousin to 8th cousin to 22nd cousin to 27th cousin, which is why I say, if you tell me, and I think everybody could agree with this, if someone shows up to your family reunion and says, hey, I'm here, I'm your 30th cousin, thanks for inviting me, you're probably going to say, sir, if you don't leave, I'm calling the police. Because that's the relationship with your 30th cousin. I don't know you. You don't know me. 30th cousin doesn't count. Out west, Hollywood, the world of weird, the showbiz segment. Let's do this thing. Here we go. HBO Max just released all 7 seasons of Mad Men in 4K with unintended consequences. Apparently, the wrong files were delivered to HBO, and many of those files didn't include post-production work, which led to some interesting flubs. Now, the most glaring mistake was probably in Season 1, episodes Red in the Face. In that episode, Roger Sterling, played by John Slattery, vomits in front of a group of prospective clients. And in the version posted on HBO Max, you can actually see 2 crew members at the edge of the shot managing the puke machine. A source says HBO was working on swapping out all the episodes and getting rid of the mistakes. Number 2, sad news. Full House star Dave Collier is going through another health battle. He beat stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma 7 months ago. In October, doctors found tongue cancer during a routine scan. Now, Dave shared the news on Today. Quote, it turned out I have a P16 squamous sarcoma on the base of my tongue. I said to the doctors, well, did this happen because of the lymphoma? And they said, totally unrelated. He's currently undergoing 35 rounds of radiation treatments, and his doctor is optimistic he'll beat it because it has a 90% curability rate. Dave also shared his tongue cancer came from HPV. Quote, he said it could stem from having an HPV virus up to 30 years ago. A lot of people carry the HPV virus, but they said mine activated and turned into a carcinoma. I never wanted to be the poster boy for cancer, but I'm happy to do it. My message is to get mammograms, get prostate exams, get a colonoscopy. I hope you're getting your checkups. They will save your life, says Dave Collier. And Lizzo thinks everybody should get canceled once because it builds character. And she should know because she's been canceled a few times. In an essay published on Substack, she says, quote, all those years of being a good person doesn't matter to the internet. The internet doesn't care about what really happened to someone. It only cares about believing the hype. Actually, she's 100% right with that. She adds that sensitivity is at an all-time high, which has, quote, left us in a state of paralysis, unable to make mistakes because of the court of public opinion, and is always ready to judge, be judge, jury, and executioner. Lizzo thinks everybody should get canceled at least once. Dave Collier just beat blood cancer, but now he has tongue cancer, and the new 4K streams of Mad Men revealed a puke machine. That's what's going on out west. It's 8 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Taylor. Every National Guard member deployed in Washington, D.C. is now armed. The Pentagon made the announcement Tuesday after last week's shooting of 2 service members near the White House. Guard members will also be conducting joint patrols with local police. An Arctic front will be bringing frigid below-zero temperatures into the central U.S. this week, causing hazardous conditions. Erin McLaughlin reports.
A fast-moving storm striking the Northeast, wreaking havoc on the roads as far south as West Virginia. Meanwhile, in Pennsylvania, state troopers responded to more than 500 calls reporting crashes. And at the nation's airports, flights delayed as crews work to de-ice planes.
A polar vortex from the North Pole has shifted south over Canada and will be pushing chilly sub-zero temperatures down into the U.S. as far south as Missouri and Kentucky starting tonight into Thursday. A Kremlin spokesperson says Russia-U.S. talks on a Ukraine peace deal have ended without a breakthrough. Negotiations went on for several hours Tuesday between Russian leader Vladimir Putin and his aides and the U.S. team. An aide to Putin said the talks in Moscow were very useful, but a compromise option was not found. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits from Democratic states. Many blue states have refused to give the administration data. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says her department will use the data to root out fraud. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree will be lit tonight following a ceremony that includes big stars.
More from Scott Pringle.
Definitely not one of the best days to drive into Midtown, where there are numerous security checkpoints and street closures around Rockefeller Center. Many folks flocking to Midtown to see the 75-foot-tall Norway spruce and the 5,000 LED lights on it light up. Judy Russ donated this tree from her upstate farm.
There aren't words for how excited we are.
A 3-hour show leads up to the tree lighting with performances from Gwen Stefani, Mark Anthony, and the Rockettes, and others.
You're listening to the latest on NBC News Radio.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-340-5510. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-340-5510. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-340-5510.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
13 members of Congress are urging the federal government to investigate former acting U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley for potential misconduct. Tammy Trujillo has details.
The group is led by Orange County Representative Dave Min, a Democrat. Tuesday morning, the group sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice's Office of Professional Responsibility. The letter lists several instances in which Asaley allegedly acted inappropriately or engaged in serious misconduct. Those accusations include Asaley filing criminal charges without probable cause or using his office to target President Trump's political critics.
Republican Matt Van Epps is expected to win a special House election in Tennessee. More from Mark Mayfield.
Speaking Tuesday night, Van Epps credited the president for his victory.
To President Donald J. Trump, thank you, sir. Your endorsement made the difference, and I will never forget it.
He beat Democrat Afton Bain, dashing hopes of a larger blue wave after major Democratic wins in November's elections. President Trump won the state's congressional district by 22 points in the 2024 election, and Republicans pumped millions into the race.
State attorneys general from all 50 states have announced a settlement with Google in a lawsuit over Play Store misconduct. The lawsuit accused Google of monopolizing app distribution and in-app payment processing for Android phones. The settlement will see Google pay $630 million in restitution to consumers who were harmed by Google's anti-competitive practices when they made purchases on the Play Store app between August 2016 and September 2023. Automatic payments to eligible consumers will be made through PayPal or Venmo. The settlement also calls on Google to reform its business practices. Nearly 203 million people in the U.S. shopped between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. That's according to a survey out Tuesday from the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analytics. The number is higher than the 197 million bargain seekers who shopped during the same time last year. It's actually the highest since the NRF started tracking in 2017. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 5 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. It's December the 3rd. It is a cold day, 25 degrees as you get our Wednesday morning started off. We'll have our state senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe, joining us via telephone. Coming up next.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We're continuing to jet toward the weekend. And again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peak. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the Downtown Hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Lee's Famous Recipes 3-Piece Special Day. You get 3 pieces of famous or crispy chicken or our famous strips, your choice of 2 sides, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just $8.26 tax included. A savings of almost $2. Catch the Danville Special, a piece of their famous fish, chicken strip, a side of your choice, and buttermilk biscuit for one low price. Lee's caters at 859-236-8777. The best value every Wednesday is a 3-piece chicken dinner for only $8.26. Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville on South 4th.
Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank, and a current scam is telling people to send cash money through a crypto ATM. No bank will ever tell you to transmit money through a crypto ATM, ever. If in doubt, contact us or local authorities.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by our friends. They're over at the Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. Shop it safe on gift certificates. A local business says at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store. hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. A high of 37 and a low tonight of 24 on this Wednesday. Mostly cloudy tomorrow. 34 is your high, 21 the low. Friday, mostly cloudy and 41, 26 the low. Saturday, 42. Sunday, 42. Right now, it's 8:10 in the morning. It's 25 degrees. It's a Wednesday, which means we get State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe on the show this morning. Good morning, Senator Bledsoe. How are you?
I'm cold, but I'm well.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here this morning. We talk with our senator every Wednesday around this time at 8:10 in the morning or so. Senator Bledsoe, let's start off with the biggest news affecting us here in Boyle County. It's time for you to put on your Boyle County Rebel gear on Friday, Senator Bledsoe. Come on now.
I tell you what, how exciting is that? I had 3 teams in the finals. 2 of them are playing, and LCA is playing Friday, and so is Boyle County. So
Okay.
a very exciting night in Kroger Field.
Yes. So you got LCA, you got Boyle. You said you got 3 teams. Who's the other one?
I had Woodford County, but they lost Friday night.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 2 then in the state championship games.
2 in the championship, so I'm super excited. And I tell you, football in the 12th district is intense.
Yes.
We're really good, so
Yeah.
it's kind of fun.
So let's see, there are 12 teams left, and you have 2 of the 12, which means you have 1/6 Senator Bledsoe, of all the teams left, you represent. So it seems like you may be the standard here, the good luck charm.
Well, I don't know if I'm good luck. I joked with somebody that I'd love to be the queen of football. I probably don't have that title, but super excited to see so many great young men compete and great programs, great athletic programs make good schools. And just like arts and other things, when you get kids plugged in and they have a reason to be at school, they feel valued as a player and developer, their academics follow. And we see that in just student results. So really excited to see the success of Boyle County. It's super fun.
Now, are you going to have a bet with the Franklin County State Senator and be like, hey, if we win, we being Boyle, you've got to wear a Boyle County shirt? Something like that?
I would love to do that. In fact, we're going on retreat this week, and I have to. We're leaving today. The retreat goes until Friday. I said, listen, I have places to be on Friday, so we're gonna have to skip it out a little early. And I won't be the only one. You know, Murray State actually has their state senator Jason Howe's son is playing on Saturday. So
yeah,
we have been joking around some of us. So we've got some great football teams. And again, I think it's fantastic when you have a competition and when you have something to get high school kids involved, families and communities get involved. It makes a huge difference, and you can see that in Boyle County pretty evidently.
Yes, I love it. So, again, Friday night, 8 o'clock, Boyle County and Franklin County will play. We'll have the game right here on the Hometown Radio Network. Senator Bledsoe, we'll open up the floor to you. What have you been working on as, again, this 2026 session draws near?
Whew, I tell you, we lots of things. Like I said before, we're finalizing a lot of the budget conversations in the House, which they're the originators for that. So we are anxiously waiting as a Senate to see how they had caucus. They had their retreat last week, so that's exciting. We go on retreat today, so we have 2 days of really intense meetings. I'm excited to have my colleagues together. You know, I serve on 4 committees, a task force, 2 other standing committees. If you don't cross over, there are some colleagues you just don't see in the interim, just because you don't serve on the same committee. So it's the chance we have for all of us to be together and really talk about some of the bigger issues we know going into session. What are we going to do on housing? What are we thinking on education and Medicaid? Juvenile justice and jail reform is one that I continually hear about. And our jails have a problem. Our jails are having a hard time keeping up. Our counties are paying for a lot of them before the state does, and they're state inmates. So there's some real substantial issues that we have going into session. So it'll be nice for us to have kind of an open conversation amongst ourselves about where we as a caucus sometimes sit on those issues going in. So that's pretty exciting. And those are some of the ones that I'm top of mind too. Obviously, education reform is important to me just in Fayette. But the housing conversation is really important too. Tax reform is the other one. As we continue to lower taxes on the income tax and put more money back in your pockets, of course, the challenge with that is with inflation, you don't feel it. And you don't see that the result of the hard work we've done quite as much as we would like you to. So that's another issue going in. I'm going to have to wrestle with a little bit. So that's exciting, though. The other one I'll just mention quickly, because you have the airport in Boyle County, of course, as well, is that UPS had just a tragic accident at their airport. And so we do actually have an aviation task force, and they have been working. They met yesterday on a little bit of some of what happened to UPS facility, because obviously UPS and FedEx set up at Amazon and CVG. There's a lot of traffic coming in and out of those airports for logistics. So we want them to be safe, we want them to have the resources they need, and make sure that we don't have an accident like that again.
Yeah. Now, session starts, is it January 5th? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
The Tuesday after the first Monday. So
okay,
I
that'd be
believe
January 6th then would be that Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah.
January 6th. So got some stuff to accomplish, got some stuff to do. You said the retreat now is for who exactly goes in the retreat?
Each caucus retreats on their own. So
okay.
Senate Democrats retreat on their own. Republican senators come together the next 3 days. So it's actually just late tonight and then tomorrow and Friday, which is it's a great opportunity. And I think for any caucus to get together and kind of see what's been going on in the meetings you've been in and what are you hearing, what's important to your district, what's important to the people you represent. And speaking of, I know Daniel Elliott and I both have constituent surveys out. So if you would like to give me some feedback, there's about 12 questions. It's a short Q&A. kind of prioritizing some of the issues we know that we're going to deal with going into session. And then also some feedback of ranking some important issues and any comments you want. You can fill that out online. It's at the Kentucky Legislative Research, the LRC. Google my name. It's right there, and you can fill that out, and Daniel's out. And again, those surveys are open till January 5th, right before session, and just kind of give us a good idea of what's going on with the people we represent in a quick snapshot. So I would encourage you to fill that out.
What do you think, when you get those survey results back, what do you think would be like the top issue that you feel like your constituents face?
I'm continuously hearing about inflation. Of course, that's a much harder thing for state government to fix, and it's generally a federal issue. Housing is still very important. Child care assistance is one that I've been hearing quite a bit about, and what do we continuously do to help families? If we do anything, what does that look like? I would say the same thing of housing. The question I ask myself is, should government get involved? To what extent should government get involved? And then what is the right tool if we do? And that right tool depends on the locality. What may work in Fayette may not work in Louisville, just because there are different problems. Things that work in Boyle may not work in Scott County. And so some are broad issues, then the tools have to be right. So those are questions that I kind of have going into session. And then I think tax reform is the other one that and Medicaid are both the other hot button issues that I'm kind of wanting to get a better pulse from the community about.
There you go. It's Boyle County and Mercer County and Woodford County and a part of Fayette County. State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Senator, appreciate you being on. And if people have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
Email's still the best time right now. It's amanda.maysbledsoe@kylegislature.gov.
There you go. Senator Bledsoe, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
Sounds good. Go Rebels.
There you go. I love it. State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. She got to hit us with a Go Rebels. Like Coach Haddix hits us with it after every conversation, Go Rebels. Senator Bledsoe is like, hey, let me get in on the action here. Let me get a Go Rebels in here. I like it, Senator Bledsoe. She's getting into it now. Friday night, 8 o'clock, you may see her pom-poms in hand in a Boyle County Rebels shirt and cheering the Rebels on from the Kroger Field in Lexington. All right, let's see what's going on in this morning's Sorta Sports Report. Those headlines you may not get in your everyday sports, either via radio, television, newspaper, whatever it may be. It's the off-the-wall sports headlines, and here we go. Starting off with this, Major League Baseball, as labor tensions brew in Major League Baseball and the threat of a lockout after the 2026 season grows, a fan council has been established so their voices can be heard. The council was actually established earlier this year, and monthly video calls covered issues like torpedo bats and social media strategies. In November, however, things got more interesting as the issue of economic inequality and competitive imbalance throughout the league became a topic of conversation. This appears to be a case of baseball taking the fight directly to the fans as a part of impending PR battles between owners and the players' union. With a new CBA agreement at the center, it's a collective bargaining agreement, and the discussions of a possible salary cap front and center as well. Major League Baseball has formed a fan council. All right, when the NFL's 13th week came to a close, the pickers at Sporting News posted an 8-7 record picking against the spread, putting them at 96-99 in the season. This week, it's Vinny Iyer's turn to go for the glory. To get back over the precious 500 mark, here's some of the Week 14 picks that he hopes will do that. The Cowboys at the Lions. Lions 3-point favorites. He says the Cowboys pull the upset. Packers at the Bears. Bears at the Packers. Packers 5.5-point favorites. He says Packers win but don't cover. The Texans at the Chiefs. Chiefs 3.5-point favorites. He says they win and they cover. The Ravens hosting the Steelers. He says the Steelers pull the upset. And the Seahawks, 8-point favorites at my Atlanta Falcons. He says Seahawks win, but they do not cover. In the Sorta Sports Sounds from yesterday, the NFL head coach of the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, says he agrees with fans that are booing him and his team.
In general, I agree with him. From this perspective, football is our game. We're in the sport entertainment business. And so if you root for the Steelers, entertaining them is winning. And so when you're not winning, it's not entertaining. And if you've been in this business, you understand that. And so I respect it. I share frustrations. I understand what makes this thing go.
There you go. Mike Tomlin says, I understand you all booing me. And yesterday, the Cats went 1 for 13 from three-point range as they lose again to a top 25 team. They're now 5-3 on the season, 0-3 versus ranked teams. Nasty work. It's 8:21 in the morning. The Big Daddy has got more sports coming your way right now.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The number 18 Kentucky men's basketball team has fallen to 0-3 versus top 25 teams, losing at home last night to number 16 North Carolina 68-64. Cats went over 10 minutes without a field goal in the second half, but still held a 6-point lead with 6 minutes to go. That's when the Tar Heels went on an 11-3 run to take the lead. UK was 1 for 13 from three-point land. The biggest cheer of the night from the Rupp Arena crowd was the introduction of new head football coach Will Stein. Kentucky plays number 11 Gonzaga Friday night in Nashville. Will Stein will be officially introduced later today at a press conference held in the Nutter Fieldhouse at 4 o'clock. Fans are invited to attend. Ex-UK coach Mark Stoops issued a message on social media thanking Big Blue Nation for their support during his 13 years as the Wildcats head coach. In other coaching news, former Boyle County athlete Neil Brown has been hired as the head football coach at North Texas. Brown's coaching resume shows a 72-51 record in his 10 years as the head coach at Troy in West Virginia, including a 5-1 record in bowls. Meanwhile, Kentucky assistant Brad White is headed to Florida, where he will become the defensive coordinator for new Gators head coach John Sumrall. The college football ratings are out. Ohio State is first, Indiana second, Georgia third, and Texas Tech fourth. Boyle County continues to prep for Friday night's 4A state championship game against Franklin County at Kroger Field. Kickoffs at 8 on Z105. In boys high school basketball last night, it was Boyle County 68, Bergen 42, and Garrett County 57, Thomas Nelson 56. Girls scores, Boyle 58, McCreary Central 25, Thomas Nelson 55, Garrett 48, and Campbellsville 68, Danville Christian 58. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey there, it's your radio back again. Today we're going to play
Did You Know?
Fun facts on how radio can grow your business.
Did you know?
That radio is the leading reach platform. Around 93% of us listen to the radio each week, which is higher than TV, PC use, smartphone use, and tablets. Did you know that people listen to me a lot? On average, about 12 hours a week. In fact, some say I'm irresistible. Did you know with radio you can target your dollars? It's the best way to reach millennials, Generation X, boomers, Hispanics, African Americans, men, women. Did you know that radio is growing in use? More and more people are streaming radio on their smartphones, tablets, and computers. And did you know 62% of shoppers are listening to the radio an average of 14 minutes prior to shopping? No other media comes close to that.
Did you know?
That you can listen to AM radio at night? Who knew?
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Looking to elevate your home without the luxury price tag? At Lux 218 Kitchen, Bath, and Lighting in Danville, they make your dream space a reality. Discover premium kitchen cabinets, stunning freestanding tubs, designer lighting, vanities, faucets, flooring, all the luxury brands you love at unbeatable prices. Whether you're renovating, building, or just refreshing a room, luxury now lives here. Visit Lux 218 today and let's design your dream together. Located 1227 Lebanon Road, Danville. Like them on Facebook.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. A high of 37, a low tonight of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 and 21, the high and low. Friday, mostly cloudy, 41 and 26. is the high and low. It's 8:26 in the morning. It is 25 degrees. Wind chill is not reading right now. Looked over, the wind chill spot was blank. Right now, though, 25 degrees. Still very cold as you start off this Wednesday morning, getting up into the upper 30s as a high. Let's see what's gone on this date, December 3rd in history, that's made this date a date to remember. It was on this date, 1968, where NBC Television aired the classic Elvis Comeback Special.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do,
That's a clip of That's All Right from the actual special that aired on this date, 1968. On this date, 1976, where Sylvester Stallone, Burgess Meredith, and Talia Shire all starred in the movie Rocky that opened in theaters.
Adrian! Adrian! Rocky! Hey, where's your hat? I love you!
The movie Rocky opened on this date, 1976. And it was on this date, 2015, Defense Secretary Ash Carter announced that all new combat roles in the American forces would be open to women. Here's a clip of Carter's announcement.
Our force of the future must continue to benefit from the best people America has to offer. In the 21st century, that requires drawing strength from the broadest possible pool of talent. This includes women.
And that's what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember, December the 3rd. Wholesale giant Costco has filed a lawsuit against President Donald Trump's administration over the tariffs imposed by President Trump. Costco suing Trump.
Have you been the victim of tariffs? Then you may be entitled to money. And the Costco lawyers will not only get you financial compensation, we'll get you great deals on bulk items. Whether it's financial restitution to make up for the money you lost to tariffs and a 7-gallon drum of mayonnaise, or money for pain and suffering and a 50-pack of men's white ankle socks, the Costco lawyers will get you the justice you deserve. Just listen to this satisfied client.
My small business really took a hit because of the tariffs, and the Costco lawyers got me $5,000 in financial compensation and 120 bottles of Blue Powerade. Thanks, Costco lawyers.
You're welcome. The Costco lawyers, making the law work for you. Se habla español.
120 bottles of Blue Powerade. Yeah, I'm sure you can get that at Costco. It's 8:30 in the morning. K&N News is coming your way next here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Remember, if you're hungry for lunch, Wendy's Tendies, the place to go. Chicken tenders at Wendy's with 3 brand new sauces. Make it a combo meal with French fries and a Diet Dr. Pepper. Gotta have Wendy's. Gotta have Tendies. Gotta have Wendy's too. But you gotta have Wendy's Tendies for lunch today.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Pedals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Pedals for Hope. When you call 988, you are connected to a crisis counselor. Crisis self-defined. If you are wondering if you need to call, then you should call. A caller can expect to talk about coping skills, resources, ways to feel better. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Tuesday evening assault at a Lexington apartment leaves a victim with life-threatening injuries. It happened just after 6 o'clock at the Life at Lexington Square Apartments off Lakeshore Drive. Police arrived to find the victim, who was then quickly transported to the hospital. An individual was taken into custody. Lexington police report there is no current threat to the public. A close 8-7 vote by the Urban County Council pushes ahead the plans to build a new government center on West Vine, starting with a $30 million down payment. Some spoke in favor of replacing the once planned temporary building, but some were against said motion.
But ask yourself, really, who is this new city building really helping?
The audio from WKYT. Some detractors wanted more focus on residents' living conditions, while others worry about the lack of federal funding support. There is currently no timeline for the new government center. A 61-year-old man is charged for allegedly assaulting a passenger in Madison County. The alleged attack took place on August 30th as the victim left a party on High Street in Richmond, leaving in a rideshare after becoming becoming intoxicated. The victim told police she lost consciousness shortly afterwards. Once she regained said consciousness, she was at the Richmond Center with driver Clifford Parton watching her from his seat. After getting home, the victim had a rape kit done the following night. After police obtained GPS data and pinpointed the driver, Parton admitted to KSP about the sexual assault. He's held in the Madison County Detention Center. And for the first time since 2007, North Carolina wins at Rupp Arena as the number 16 Tar Heels defeat the number 18 Kentucky Wildcats 67-64. Otega Oweh led the Cats with 16 points. Up next for UK, a neutral site game at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena against Gonzaga. Tip-off at 7. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
In a world of tenders, Wendy's decided to make something more juicy, more crispy, and even more dippable. New chicken tenders are at Wendy's. Yes, you heard me right, chicken tenders. Some may call them tendies, and yes, that's fun to say, but they're even more fun to eat. So Wendy's is giving you their new chicken tendies with a brand new 3-piece combo with fries, a Diet Dr. Pepper, and a brand new sauce lineup. Gotta have tendies, gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's, Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Incorporated.
The Ready Care Clinic is a primary care and walk-in clinic. They perform physicals for work, school, and sports with minimal wait times, no appointment needed. They're located in Lawrenceburg, Harrisburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville. Primary care when you need it. The Ready Care Clinic.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
We're continuing to jet toward the weekend. And again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peak. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the downtown hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Are you looking to increase sales, get more customers, and grow your business? Hi, Don here, your small business marketing expert. If you run a business and haven't tried radio yet, here's what you need to know. Radio is everywhere. Weekly online radio consumption among listeners has grown from 12% in 2007 to 68% today. And not only does radio dominate the internet, in the car, radio destroys the competition. Radio accounted for 87% of all ad-supported in-car listening. People don't surf the net, watch TV, or read newspapers while driving. Also, if your budget is tight, don't worry. Radio is affordable. It beats the internet, TV, billboard, and all other media in ROI. Your dollars reach more people and work harder with radio. So are you ready to increase sales, get more customers, and grow your business? Call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Pedals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Pedals for Hope. When you call 988, you are connected to a crisis counselor. Crisis self-defined. If you are wondering if you need to call, then you should call. A caller can expect to talk about coping skills, resources, ways to feel better. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Little Riley Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high of 37 and a low tonight of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 is the high, 21's the low. On Football Friday, mostly cloudy, 41 and 28. And you get about a 40% chance of some sort of precipitation. The precipitating will be participating on Friday. Boyle County football, maybe in a little rain and snow mix. Right now, it's 8:39 in the morning. It's 25 degrees. Pimmy, what's going on with you? Wedding Planning with Pim right now.
Hi, I'm Pimtha Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. We're a funny bunch. While we want to be unique, plan our weddings our way, personalized and customized, we're still obsessed with doing some things the same way everyone else does. So if another couple goes into debt paying for an elaborate wedding, we're prepared to do the exact same thing. Before you pull out that handy-dandy credit card to pay for things you can't afford, I have 6 tips to help you develop a solid plan for protecting your financial future rather than using plastic to finance your wedding day over time. Number 1, don't let your parents go into debt because of your wedding. 2, you'll need money to start married life together, so don't blow it all on the wedding. 3, talk about what you can and cannot afford before you start making definite plans. 4, prioritize your wedding once and you'll have an idea of where to focus your spending. 5, creativity is the easiest way to save wedding costs. With ingenuity, you can save money on everything from dresses and photography to flowers and food. 6, do you really need 6 bridesmaids, a maid of honor, 6 ushers, and a best man? By limiting your attendance to a maid of honor and best man, you can save considerably on flowers, entertainment, and gifts. My love note for today, ditch the multi-course wedding meal in favor of less costly brunch, luncheon, and dessert reception options.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide
Hey, I like it. Give me some Rudolph music. Radio Rick said this is his favorite Christmas movie. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Which is fine. That's fine with me. Just there's been a lot of Christmas movies released since Rudolph. So, yeah, but whatever. That's his opinion. All right, let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it on the Joe Show. Here it is. All right, Burger King is partnering with the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants to introduce the new SpongeBob menu at participating BK locations beginning yesterday. Inspired by fan-favorite SpongeBob movie characters, here's a closer look at Burger King's new SpongeBob movie. SpongeBob's Krabby Whopper, a quarter-pound flame-grilled beef patty on a yellow square bun. Color with natural spices, that's why it gets yellow. Top with American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, mayonnaise, and ketchup. Mr. Krabs' cheesy bacon tots, crispy coin-shaped potato tots filled with cheese and bacon pieces. Patrick Starr's Starberry Shortcake Pie, a piece of strawberry shortcake style pie with strawberry and vanilla flavored cream layers. The Pirates Frozen Pineapple Float, a frozen pineapple flavored drink topped with tropical flavored cold foam. The Bikini Bottom Bundle is a combo box, and the King Jr. Meal is the kids' meal served in a pineapple-shaped under-the-sea box, including one of 6 SpongeBob toys. Royal Perks members can order from the SpongeBob menu through the BK app with a SpongeBob-themed experience and exclusive meal access options. You can find the new SpongeBob menu at participating Burger King locations nationwide for a limited time. Papa John's is celebrating Cyber Monday with a $9.99 any-size create-your-own pizza offer. Beginning December the 1st, here's how the $9.99 pizza deal works. Choose the size of your pizza. Choose your crust. Add up to 7 of your favorite toppings. In order to take advantage of the offer, when ordering online at papajohns.com or via the mobile app, simply use the promo code CYOPizza, like create your own CYO Pizza, all one word, all capitalized. At checkout, you can find the $9.99 any size create your own pizza deal at Papa John's locations nationwide. And following a 20-year hiatus, Subway today announced the return of its Sub Club loyalty program featuring a variety of perks like free footlong, Subway cash, and more starting December the 1st. The return of Sub Club introduces Subway's most rewarding loyalty program to date, with members who sign up redeem their first free footlong by December 10th and visit subclubbreadwinner.com, being eligible for a chance to win one of 4 prizes. Either $10,000 or a full-sized authentic Subway bread baking oven. That's kind of hard to say. Authentic full-size Subway bread baking oven. 1, 2, 3 free. Subway revives the Sub Club loyalty program. Papa John's launches a $9.99 any size create your own pizza deal. And Burger King introduces the SpongeBob menu featuring new Krabby Whopper, Mr. Krabs' cheesy bacon tots, and more. It's Grub Gab, it's the world of food where you can always, and again, unequivocally just eat it. Here we go. It's 8:45 in the morning. We see what's going on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. It's coming your way next.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The number 18 Kentucky men's basketball team has fallen to 0-3 versus top 25 teams, losing at home last night to number 16 North Carolina 68-64. Cats went over 10 minutes without a field goal in the second half, but still held a 6-point lead with 6 minutes to go. That's when the Tar Heels went on an 11-3 run to take the lead. UK was 1 for 13 from three-point land. The biggest cheer of the night from the Rupp Arena crowd was the introduction of new head football coach Will Stein. Kentucky plays number 11 Gonzaga Friday night in Nashville. Will Stein will be officially introduced later today at a press conference held in the Nutter Fieldhouse at 4 o'clock. Fans are invited to attend. Ex-UK coach Mark Stoops issued a message on social media thanking Big Blue Nation for their support during his 13 years as the Wildcats head coach. In other coaching news, former Boyle County athlete Neil Brown has been hired as the head football coach at North Texas. Brown's coaching resume shows a 72-51 record in his 10 years as the head coach at Troy in West Virginia, including a 5-1 record in bowls. Meanwhile, Kentucky assistant Brad White is headed to Florida, where he will become the defensive coordinator for new Gators head coach John Sumrall. The college football ratings are out. Ohio State is first, Indiana second, Georgia third, and Texas Tech fourth. Boyle County continues to prep for Friday night's 4A state championship game against Franklin County at Kroger Field. Kickoffs at 8 on Z105. In boys high school basketball last night, it was Boyle County 68, Bergen 42, and Garrett County 57, Thomas Nelson 56. Girls scores, Boyle 58, McCreary Central 25, Thomas Nelson 55, Garrett 48, and Campbellsville 68, Danville Christian 58. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Danville Bike and Footwear is listening to their customers with an edition of Ultra running shoes. Ultra is known for its roomy toe box and zero-to-low drop that adds to your comfort, whether you're running errands or on our beautiful Kentucky trails. Danville Bike and Footwear specializes in individual shoe fittings to ensure maximum comfort. They carry Brooks, Saucony, Asics, and now Ultra shoes for your active lifestyle. Come into Danville Bike and Footwear and let them find the perfect fit for your feet in downtown Danville.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
One of the most trusted names in jewelry is B&L Jewelers. For years, we've been helping you and your neighbors say, I love you, happy anniversary, even here's something just because. At B&L Jewelers, you could trust us for everything from an elegant engagement diamond to that watch repair. Want custom jewelry and design? Trust us. Want repairs? Trust us. Want prices that compete with the chain stores? But with local hometown service, you can always trust B&L Jewelers. Why? Because the staff at B&L Jewelers truly knows jewelry. And it's time for us to get to know you. Tell you what, stop in for a free jewelry cleaning and inspection and say hello. Love gets better at B&L Jewelers. located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
The Bread of Life Cafe in Casey County, Highway 127, proudly serves several all-you-can-eat buffets. Start out with the lunch buffet, $13.99. Thursday, after 4, seniors 55 and older can experience the buffet for $9.99. Friday, after 4, swimming for the seafood buffet, $19.99. Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30, $10.99. And Saturday, after 4, make your way to the evening buffet for $14.99. Feed your tummy and your soul with a visit to the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday night, Friday and Saturday till 9.
We never settle at Lexington Road Laser Wash. And just in time for the upcoming winter weather and that grimy road salt, we now offer our laser wash, dryer, and ceramic coating, and it's all touch-free. Treat your car the way it wants to be treated with a touch-free car wash at Lexington Road Laser Wash in Danville, Kentucky.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Yes, sirree, Rayleigh Joe. Thanks for that. Brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. You know you need to sign a banner or decal fast. Of course you do. The owners and operators have always got you covered. They do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. High of 37, low tonight of 24. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. 34 is the high, 21 is the low. And on Football Friday, mostly cloudy, 41 and 26. Right now, it's 8:52 in the morning. It's 25 degrees. Wind chill feels like 16 right here in Danville. So there's the wind chill marking. Last forecast, we didn't have the wind chill reading. This time around, 16 degrees is what we have on the wind chill. This has been a super awesome day overall. No, it's been a super awesome day for this state in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, though I hope you can say this has been a super awesome day. Wouldn't that be a great way to start off your Wednesday morning, middle of the lull and drag of the work week, and you can get up and say, this has been an awesome morning so far. We hope you can say that. It was on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in 1928, American singer and TV host Andy Williams was born. When I think Andy Williams, I think this song, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good
Yeah, the most wonderful time of the year. 25 top 40 singles in Andy Williams' career. Williams presented the long-running Andy Williams TV show from 1962 to 1971 and sold more than 100 million records worldwide. He died in September of 2012 at the age of 84 from bladder cancer. Andy Williams would have been 97 years old today.
season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago.
It was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1948, where John Michael Osborne was born. We know him better as Ozzy Osbourne. Would have had a birthday today. Now batting for the Atlanta Braves, the third baseman, number 10, Chipper Jones. I mean, literally, you could play this song for me when I was a kid. I wouldn't know the name of it. I wouldn't know who sung it, but I could tell you it was Chipper Jones's walk-up song. The English singer and songwriter with the band Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, had the 1970 top 5 single Paranoid. The band's self-titled 1970 album voted as the best British rock album ever in 2005. Performed on the first 8 studio albums before he was fired in 1979 due to problems with drugs and alcohol. He then went solo, had the 1986 solo UK top 20 single Shot in the Dark, and then became a TV star on the Osbournes, sold over 100 million albums. He died earlier this year at the age of 76, just 17 days after his final live performance with Black Sabbath. Ozzy Osbourne, this date, 1948, one of rock's greatest stars, was born. He would have had a birthday today. It was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history 1 year after Ozzy was born. A rock singer named Mickey Thomas was born from this group. Best known as one of the lead vocalists of Jefferson Starship and Starship, who had the 1987 UK and US #1 single Nothing's Gonna Stop Us. Prior to joining Jefferson Starship, he was a member of Elvin Bishop's band as a backing and occasional lead vocalist. He was the lead singer on Bishop's best-known song, Fooled Around and Fell in Love. Mickey Thomas, on this date, 1949, was born. Lead singer from Jefferson Starship and then Starship. And it was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1965. This group's 6th studio album was released, an album called Rubber Soul. On this date, 1965, often referred to as a folk rock album, incorporates a mix of pop, soul, and folk musical styles. It was the Beatles' Rubber Soul, released on this date in 1965. I believe, if I remember correctly, this was like the first major release album with the Beatles playing sitar, which of course that would have been George Harrison playing that. The title derives from the plastic soul colloquialism, which referred to soul played by English musicians. Most of the songs of the album composed soon after the Beatles returned to London following their North American tour in August of 1965. The album reflects the influence of their month in America, where they set a new attendance record when they played to over 55,000 at Shea Stadium and met Bob Dylan in New York. Their longtime hero Elvis Presley they met in L.A. George Harrison often said this was his favorite Beatles album they ever recorded. On this date, 1965, Rubber Soul was released. And that's what's gone on this date, December 3rd, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
The Ready Care Clinic is a primary care and walk-in clinic. They perform physicals for work, school, and sports with minimal wait times, no appointment needed. They're located in Lawrenceburg, Harrodsburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville. Primary care when you need it. The Ready Care Clinic.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
With boughs of holly rocking around, Christmas tree, have a happy holiday.
Hey, 9 o'clock in the morning, we got top hour news coming your way. It's a Boyle County EMS Wednesday this morning. Mike Rogers and crew will be coming in at 9:10, and we're talking with the new restaurant at the Danville Country Club. It's called the Fairways, and it's open to the public, and they're on here at 9:35. 1 hour to go.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Taylor. Every National Guard member deployed in Washington, D.C. is now armed. The Pentagon made the announcement Tuesday after last week's shooting of 2 service members near the White House. Guard members will also be conducting joint patrols with local police. An Arctic front will be bringing frigid below-zero temperatures into the central U.S. this week, causing hazardous conditions. Erin McLaughlin reports.
A fast-moving storm striking the Northeast.
wreaking havoc on the roads as far south as West Virginia. Meanwhile, in Pennsylvania, state troopers responded to more than 500 calls reporting crashes. And at the nation's airports, flights delayed as crews work to de-ice planes.
A polar vortex from the North Pole has shifted south over Canada and will be pushing chilly sub-zero temperatures down into the U.S. as far south as Missouri and Kentucky starting tonight into Thursday. A Kremlin spokesperson says Russia-U.S. talks on a Ukraine peace deal have ended without a breakthrough. Negotiations went on for several hours Tuesday between Russian leader Vladimir Putin and his aides and the U.S. team. An aide to Putin said the talks in Moscow were very useful, but a compromise option was not found. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits from Democratic states. Many blue states have refused to give the administration data. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says her department will use the data to root out fraud. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree will be lit tonight following a ceremony that includes big stars. More from Scott Pringle.
Definitely not one of the best days to drive into Midtown, where there are numerous security checkpoints and street closures around Rockefeller Center. Many folks flocking to Midtown to see the 75-foot-tall Norway spruce and the 5,000 LED lights on it light up. Judy Russ donated this tree from her upstate farm.
There aren't words for how excited we are.
A 3-hour show leads up to the tree lighting with performances from Gwen Stefani, Mark Anthony, and the Rockettes, and others.
You're listening to the latest on NBC News Radio.
Those frequent flyers. But sometimes you just want to hit the beach. Or see your new granddaughter. Or go to that out-of-state wedding. Whatever the reason for your getaway, if it involves flying in the U.S. or visiting a military base, you may need a Kentucky Real ID driver's license or an ID that is Real ID compliant. Make a plan to get your Kentucky Real ID now. Go to realidky.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
13 members of Congress are urging the federal government to investigate former acting U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley for potential misconduct. Tammy Trujillo has details.
The group is led by Orange County Representative Dave Min, a Democrat. Tuesday morning, the group sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice's Office of Professional Responsibility. The letter lists several instances in which Asaley allegedly acted inappropriately or engaged in serious misconduct. Those accusations include Asaley filing criminal charges without probable cause or using his office to target President Trump's political critics.
Republican Matt Van Epps is expected to win a special House election in Tennessee. More from Mark Mayfield.
Speaking Tuesday night, Van Epps credited the president for his victory.
To President Donald J. Trump, thank you, sir. Your endorsement made the difference, and I will never forget it.
He beat Democrat Afton Bain, dashing hopes of a larger blue wave after major Democratic wins in November's elections. President Trump won the state's congressional district by 22 points in the 2024 election, and Republicans pumped millions into the race.
State attorneys general from all 50 states have announced a settlement with Google in a lawsuit over Play Store misconduct. The lawsuit accused Google of monopolizing app distribution and in-app payment processing for Android phones. The settlement will see Google pay $630 million in restitution to consumers who were harmed by Google's anti-competitive practices when they made purchases on the Play Store app between August 2016 and September 2023. Automatic payments to eligible consumers will be made through PayPal or Venmo. The settlement also calls on Google to reform its business practices. Nearly 203 million people in the U.S. shopped between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. That's according to a survey out Tuesday from the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analytics. The number is higher than the 197 million bargain seekers who shopped during the same time last year. It's actually the highest since the NRF started tracking in 2017. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This truck driver is now charged with killing this newlywed couple. Horrific crash in Oregon. An illegal immigrant granted a commercial driver's license in the United Socialist Utopia of Gavin Newsom's California, according to the feds. Now, if you read liberals, they apparently yesterday Hollywood is stepping up to the plate. They're going all in on donating to Gavin. I've watched this movie before. Just because you get the early money and you become the early front runner doesn't mean you end up being the candidate. But I'd say he's probably, as of today, 3 years away, he's probably the odds-on favorite, I would argue, to be the Democratic nominee.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, with war in the Middle East, war in Europe, I mean, so many untold tens and tens of thousands of people have been suffering, and they are all in need of the bare necessities of life. They need food and water and medication and clothing and shelter. You name it, they need it. I told you about Maria, 85 years old, lives alone, nearly blind, broken hip, a Holocaust survivor. Her father and brother murdered by the Nazis. Now, she still lives in her childhood home. She doesn't have indoor plumbing, no heat, it's bitter cold, and she barely has enough food to survive. Now, you can help us through the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. For example, a $25 gift will provide survival food boxes, and that's life-saving aid for people like Maria. Whatever you can donate, your generosity makes it all possible. Call now, 888-488-IFCJ, 888-488-IFCJ, or online, just go to HannityForTheFellowship.org. That's HannityForTheFellowship.org.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Lee's Famous Recipes 3-Piece Special Day. You get 3 pieces of famous or crispy chicken or famous strips, your choice of 2 sides, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just $8.26, tax included. A savings of almost $2. Catch the Danville Special, a piece of their famous fish, chicken strip, a side of your choice, and buttermilk biscuit for one low price. Lee's caters at 859-236-8777. The best value every Wednesday is a 3-piece chicken dinner for only $8.26. Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville on South 4th.
Experience Voctive. It feels like Christmas. The stunning concert from the internationally acclaimed a cappella ensemble known for their rich harmonies and powerhouse vocals. Voctive brings you a joyful, unforgettable blend of timeless carols and contemporary classics. The perfect celebration to share with the entire family. Don't miss Voctive on December 16th at 7:30 p.m. at the Boyle County Performing Arts Center. Secure your tickets online today at thebcpac.com. That's thebcpac.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. We're continuing to jet toward the weekend. And again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peake. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the Downtown Hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Okay, little Riley Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by Morning Point in Danville, state-of-the-art assisted living community, giving residents a better quality of life. Get info on Facebook at Morning Point of Danville. Mostly cloudy skies, gradually becoming sunny. A high of 37, a low tonight of 24. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. 34 is the high, 21's the low. The Rebels play on Friday. And the weather gives us mostly cloudy skies. 41 is the high, a 40% chance of a winter precipitation mix. Saturday, Danville Small Town Christmas, partly sunny, 42 and 26. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning on a Boyle County EMS Wednesday.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters. Trained and ready, always on call. Professional people and compassionate team. A timely rescue with care above all. Your lifeline for health and well-being. Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
Yeah, and we're joined in studio by Mike Rogers, EMS Director, and Jessica Wigington sitting in here in studio as well on this first Wednesday in the month of December. And Mike walked in, and I said, Mike, I feel like we just talked to you all like last week. It's basically an every other week thing, but sometimes there are 5 Wednesdays in a month. This is one of those months. There are 5 Wednesdays. But just 2 weeks ago, you were in studio as the third Wednesday in November, it feels like. Now you're back in studio. So excited to have you back on. Mike, how you doing this morning?
Doing good, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great, Mike. Doing great. Appreciate you being on. Jessica is in here. Jessica, how are you doing?
Oh, doing fabulous.
Good.
Been up and about this morning already.
Jessica looks official. She's got papers in her hand.
I do. I brought some reports for us today.
Okay, what are the reports about, Jessica?
We try and share our numbers periodically with everyone so that the community can kind of have an idea of how active we are with our community members. And so we have October through November, our crew, our crisis response unit, ran a total of 254 times.
Wow.
So,
in a 2-month period?
In a 2-month period.
That's just crisis response calls?
Yes.
Wow. I would have never guessed that many.
Yep.
254. So
that's
you
encounter, our follow-ups, all that. So,
all right.
But I will say, in November alone, they were toned out by dispatch 56 times.
Okay, so 56 times someone called 911 with something that was perceived to be or was a mental health emergency that crisis response unit responded to in the month of November alone.
Yes.
So almost mathematically twice a day.
Yes.
I mean, 56, let's just say,
60.
average 30, 31 days in a month. So about 1.5 to 2 times a day you all at the crisis response unit responded to a call in November.
Yes.
Yeah, and our EMS numbers were down. It's actually a slow month for us. We only had 585 calls for EMS, so
it's great. Only 585 calls. A little bit of a slow month.
Might as well have taken a nap.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the months previous we've been in the 650. So,
well, we talked last time you all were on about the numbers and the calls that you all get during the holiday season. Mm-hmm. How many years have you all now been offered the crisis response? You know, what year of the program is this?
It's year number 2.
Okay, so second year. Do you typically, or do you remember the numbers from this time last year? Are there usually more calls during this time of year, or is this just kind of an anomaly, the number of calls that you had in November? Do you remember last year's numbers?
No, I don't remember right off the top of my head. Typically, if you would ask me before seeing the numbers, I would say this time of year, November, December are usually slower. And then it kind of picks up in January where the holidays are kind of behind you.
The happiness and joy and all that,
and then it's it's kind of the long, cold winter thing.
Yeah, and we were much newer last holiday season.
Yeah.
We were just, getting off the ground in June and July, and so the team was much newer. I can say from a mental health standpoint at my office, at the counseling center, we get really busy starting in September, October. And we'll stay busy through February, and then it'll die off a little bit with referrals and people calling in needing help.
Yeah.
So this is a busier time for mental health.
Do you all feel like, because you said last year people maybe just getting used to the crisis response unit, that word is getting out more that you all do respond to mental health emergencies, and that's why the number of calls is up? I mean, would you attribute that to just people now? I mean, radio ads, right? You're doing stuff on, I think I've seen you all at the barber shop getting my hair cut, one of the TV screens you all popped up, right? So word information's getting out.
Yeah. Yeah, and being able to get out and help people, that's what we're doing. That's what our passion is. Like I said, I've said it a bunch. someone going through something by themselves is our worst fear. We have people that care, that will be there with you, that will get you in the right direction and on a path toward healing, whether it's physical or mental.
When you kind of look at the scope of the number of calls in November, 56 of them, were most of them people calling just because they were feeling down that day, or maybe they were off their medications, they were having a schizophrenic episode. Are those calls broken down in that way?
So we have it broken down somewhat, but not quite in that way. 26 people called reporting a mental health crisis.
Okay.
And then we had 11 people calling asking us to check welfare for somebody else.
Okay.
8 were domestic related, 3 related to overdose, and 8 suicidal attempts or suicidal individuals.
When you talk about domestic related, when you hear the word domestic, you think 911 police are going to be on the scene, right?
Yeah.
So what is it domestic related that involves mental health emergencies?
Well, when you think about domestic violence, that is something that, we talked about it in Domestic Violence Month, how that affects your mental health and what's going on. We definitely want to be there to support those individuals on both sides.
Yeah.
Both the perpetrator of domestic violence and the victim, to make sure that help is getting accessed.
Yeah, so you all then are on scene to help walk them through the next step after, say, a domestic violence incident. Here's the resources that we have. That's interesting because you think mental health, all right, depression, suicidal thoughts, overdose, you covered some of that, but even individuals who are involved in domestic violence incidents, here's some of the resources we have to help you in this incident.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was something that you all, when someone dialed 911, that you all are attending to as well. Yeah, so, wow.
Yeah, and also, we get a lot of referrals from our providers for elderly patients that are living in, maybe need some resources, whether it's food insecurities or, just help with a specific type of item, or even maybe they had questions about the discharge from the hospital, and so we can send some of our community paramedics out there to help them understand. Did you really understand? Like when you leave the hospital, you're like, they run through a bunch of stuff, and you're like, you get that right?
Ready to get out.
Yeah, right. Sign here, and then you get home, you're like, what did they say? And
so,
you've
got a stack of papers that's a 1/4 inch thick, and it's all fine print. And
so a lot of times we'll follow up with those patients and say, did you understand your discharge? Do you have the medicines that you need? Because I can walk into a house after someone's had a medical emergency and tell pretty quick if they're going to end up back in the ER. Do they have the social support they need? Do they have their medicines? Did they understand it? And so, it's pretty easy for us to tell what resources they need.
You said, Jessica, in the numbers, 11, I think, was the number of calls that you had of people calling you all to check on the welfare of someone else. So are those individuals concerned? Is this like a incident where a person is concerned about someone else and their mental stability, and that's why they're calling you all? Or is this just a classic, typical welfare check? I haven't heard from them in a couple of days, so can you go check on them?
And it can be both.
Okay.
And I think that number is a mix of both based on the cases that we've reviewed over the last month or so. So we do get some of the, we just have not heard from this person. We know that they live alone and, things like that. And then there have been several that, they've kind of made some statements and we're concerned and we need someone to go check on them.
Again, Boyle County EMS, Boyle County Crisis Response Unit 911 is the number to call, obviously for physical health emergencies, but for mental health emergencies as well. Again, we ask this question basically every time you all are on, but what constitutes a mental health emergency? At what point should someone say to themselves, you know what, I'm dialing 911 because of this? What would be a mental health emergency?
Anytime you're going through something that you're having trouble dealing with, anxiety, depression, certainly suicidal thoughts, just give us a call. And 911, if you're not comfortable calling 911, you can call our non-emergency line, which is 859-238-1134, and they'll get you to the right place.
I think oftentimes, too, people can be, for lack of a better term, people can be prideful, as in like, I can handle this myself. Or if I reach out for help, it might show that I have a weakness somewhere, right? And so I think especially as a man, it's like, hey, I can do this myself. And sometimes the answer is no, you can't do it by yourself. You need help. So when someone reaches out to you all and dials 911, they're kind of making themselves vulnerable and saying, hey, I can't do this myself. How do you all respond? Because we've talked about how you show up, you try to keep the dignity of the individual number one. You're not showing up with sirens and lights and sounds and all that. What's the response look like to this?
So our response looks like typically us, the crisis response unit, showing up in an unmarked car with no lights or sirens or anything. And then a community paramedic coming with us, and not an ambulance, but one of the paramedic chase vehicles. And then an ambulance may show up if there is concern that there's an actual physical event happening and we're going to need them. But that's it. And once we determine there's no physical need, the ambulance, the paramedic are going to leave out, and you're going to be left with your crisis response team members who are going to walk you through, what do we need to do? You're not alone. How are you feeling? What are you struggling with? What is the need? Let's get it identified so we can get some treatment started.
I'd assume it's a kind of a call-by-call basis when I ask this next question, but how long does a typical response or meeting with the crisis response unit last?
So it can be anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple of hours, depending on the severity of what's going on and the complexity of it. Because sometimes, we need to gather some additional information. We need to figure out what is going to be best and explore some different options. And we're not in a hurry, to rush through that. We want to make sure it's right for the individual. And so we're going to take our time.
Let me ask you this, because 911, when someone calls 911, they do expect, obviously, let's say it's a physical emergency, car wreck. Someone calls 911, you all respond. And then at the same time, another incident happens across town, and someone else dials 911 for a separate incident, right? You're running different ambulance crews. Let's say there just happens to be, and maybe this has happened, 2 mental health emergency calls come in at the same time. How do you handle that and running crews and social workers and all of that at the same time?
Yeah, the on-duty supervisors, they do a lot. Everything from scheduling runs to pre-authorizing medical billing for ambulance transports, and then plus also crew resource management when all these calls come out. So, we have the ability to have, we have 4 ambulances on duty a day that can handle the medical and trauma side of emergencies, and then the crew can split up to make, 2 different teams. And then plus all of our providers are trained for basic stabilization for a mental health crisis, and then when a social worker was to free up, they would catch up if it got really, really busy. So we tried to plan for everything.
Following the initial contact with the individual who was called 911, you've met with them. What would be the follow-up procedure, and what's the next step for you all? How long do you wait until you follow up with that person?
And it may be the next day if there is a significant reason for it to be, if we're concerned about, did we get that follow-up visit made? Are we doing the things that we talked about to make sure that you're getting the help you need? It may be a week. We got a follow-up scheduled with a therapist, and once you meet with them, we're going to come back and check in, make sure it's a good fit, that you don't need a different referral, that, things like that. And so we do try and follow up with everyone that we come in contact with. There are some times where people say, I'm actually good. I just needed to get through this moment. I have resources in place. This is what I've got. And we might just make a phone call to them and say, are you still good? But we do try and at least touch base with everybody that we come in contact with a second or third time.
With Mike Rogers, Jessica Wigginton, Boyle County EMS, let me ask you this question, and I asked Taylor Bottom this question when he was on, I guess, last month. There is no telling from a day-by-day basis what the 911 call is going to be, and that's across the board, be it call to police or sheriff deputies or call to fire or call to EMS. Is it a heart attack? Is it a stroke? Is it a car wreck? Is it a fall risk for an elderly individual, or is it a mental health crisis? How do you all go about preparing for a day where you don't know what the day is going to hold? I'll wake up in the morning. I know I'm on the air from 6 to 10. What are we talking about? I don't know, but I know it's 6 to 10 I'm on the air. For you all, it's like you start the day. Who knows when you'll get a call? Who knows what it'll be? How do you all mentally prepare for that?
Yeah, one of my favorite sayings is hope is not a plan. We can't just sit back as EMS providers and hope something's not going to happen. So we like to pre-plan a lot of things. The things that we've been working on lately is working with our nursing homes and having evacuation plans, updating them. So we start the day. The crews will check off the trucks, have a little time to have a cup of coffee, and then they'll start doing training, whether it's medical training or trauma training, whatever it is that day, and then they'll just start preparing for the day. Our slow time for EMS is between 6 and 10, so that gives us a little bit of time.
In the morning?
Yep, 6 to 10 in the morning, and that gives them a little time to start preparing for our day. Our peak time for EMS and our crew is from 10 till 10 p.m. So that's our peak times when we're doing the most.
Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit 911 for physical and mental health emergencies. It's 9:26 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and finish up the conversation with Mike and Jessica from Boyle County EMS right here in the Joe Show on WHIR Danville.
Every second counts, every life matters.
We've got trade wars, rising costs, skyrocketing national debt, and a potential recession looming. It's no wonder gold keeps hitting record highs. With everything going on in the world, thousands of hard-working Americans are looking to get help diversifying their savings in precious metals like gold and silver, and they're turning to the top-rated gold company, Goldco. With over 6,000 five-star customer reviews, an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, named Best for Customer Service from Money.com, and the industry's highest buyback guarantee, Goldco is a preferred precious metals company in the country. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you can get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver if you qualify. Find out how you can help diversify your savings, tax and penalty free today. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult with your financial and tax professional.
I remember growing up as a kid, no one liked going to town like I did. We always had to stop at Burke's Bakery, me and Dad. The smell of the bread and the home-baked pies put a big hunger in this little boy's eyes. Old-fashioned goodness and hospitality. Burke's Bakery.
Main Street across from Constitution Square, Danville.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
At Sutton Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription, you're a neighbor. Our friendly team helps you stay healthy with quick refills, expert advice, and flu shots. Enjoy free local delivery and a convenient app to make managing your refills easy. Sutton Pharmacy, dedicated to the Lancaster community. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on West Maple Avenue.
When upcoming winter weather has your car feeling salty, visit the newly improved Lexington Road Laser Wash. It's touch-free and includes our laser wash, dryer, and now offering ceramic coating. Treat your car the way it wants to be treated with a touch-free car wash at Lexington Road Laser Wash on Lexington Road in Danville.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one horse.
Okay, 9:29 in the morning, Boyle County EMS Wednesday here on the Joe Show. Every first and third Wednesday, Boyle County EMS joins us to talk about the Crisis Response Unit. It's Mike Rogers and Jessica Wigington. Where's everybody else? Did they duck out on us? Is that what happened?
Well, we were at the station actually doing our morning review, and Mike texted us and was like, guys, radio today.
It is the first Wednesday of the month. And so, well, Jessica, I appreciate you coming in. And so everybody else is handling business, handling the EMS business. Again, 911 in case of a physical emergency and a mental health emergency for the Boyle County Crisis Response Unit, and they are ready to respond. Mike, one question a person may ask is, obviously you all are not the Crisis Response Unit, social workers and things like that they're on working 24/7. So what happens if a call comes in late in the evening hours? It's 11:30 at night and someone calls. What happens in that case?
Yeah, you'll get the traditional EMS response at that point, and then, but again, we tried to train all of our providers are trained for that de-escalation, stabilization, and then they can get them to the right place, and then our team will follow up first thing in the morning or next appropriate time, depending on if they went to the hospital or if they didn't. So.
Yeah. So in terms of dialing 911, you said every paramedic that respond, or at least knows, what questions to ask and how to destabilize the situation until the next morning, when kind of the more professional, honed-in crew can get there.
De-escalate the situation is a big thing, and then being able to get that referral to our social workers the first thing in the morning. They'll review them every morning and then look for those. And our crews are good. They have an option to be able to send it straight to the that run referral straight to them through the software. So it's been a real good system that we've set up.
Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit, Mike and Jessica. Jessica, appreciate you all being on this morning, and we'll talk to you all again in a couple of weeks on December the 17th. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Fabulous.
And hopefully next time we talk, Boyle County will have the 13th state championship in school history.
Go Rebels.
Of course, going on Friday. Yeah, go Rebels. Appreciate you all being on.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters. Trained and ready, always on call. Professional people and compassionate team. A timely rescue with care above all. Your lifeline for health and well-being. Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
In Lexington is launching a new winter village this week, featuring an 80-foot digital Christmas tree, light displays, and seasonal activities through December 23rd. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Welch Homes Real Estate.
I'm Stacy and I live in Harrodsburg.
Who did you work with Welch Homes Real Estate?
Rosalind Drury. Oh, it was wonderful. We talked about exactly what I was looking for in a home, and she worked super hard. She was really good. I would highly recommend Rosalind Drury. She is amazing and gives 110%.
Welcome home with Welch Homes.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. We're continuing to jet toward the weekend. And again, it's a busy one of activities. In downtown Harrodsburg Friday night, it's the Nutcracker Christmas Parade that begins at 6:30 on Main Street. You're invited to come out early as they'll be blocking off streets that day around 5:30 on Main Street to prepare for the parade route. After that event ends, Boyle County will be kicking off the Class 4A state championship game versus Franklin County. That game kicks off Friday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday in Danville, it's an all-day affair downtown beginning at 12 noon for the Danville Small Town Christmas. Those events will lead up to 6 o'clock for the Christmas parade on Main Street. Farm Credit Mid-America has recognized a Lincoln County native as its 2025 Community of Excellence Award winner. Susan Miller received that award recently. Miller's a third-generation farmer and is the owner and operator of Miller Farms, where she and her family grow vegetables on 15 acres of farmland. Through a partnership, she's also able to deliver vegetables to Lexington and surrounding areas, with plans to expand that access to additional food-insecure communities. We now have funeral arrangements for former Garrett County Sheriff Ronnie Wardrop. Wardrop was a veteran of the U.S. Army, Kentucky State Police, and then served as the sheriff of Garrett County for 16 years. He had most recently served as the director of court security in Garrett County. Wardrop's visitation is Thursday from 2 until 7 at Hyattsville Baptist Church, with the funeral service also Friday at the church at 1 o'clock. Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster is in charge of the arrangements. And the City of Danville's Coffee with Commissioners event is set for Wednesday, December the 10th. The event allows Danville residents to ask questions of and discuss things with specific city commissioners. This month's event will feature Danville Commissioner Donna Peake. It's Wednesday, December 10th from 8 until 9 at the Downtown Hub location in Danville. I'm Joe Mathis.
Looking to elevate your home without the luxury price tag? At Lux 218 Kitchen, Bath, and Lighting in Danville, they make your dream space a reality. Discover premium kitchen cabinets, stunning freestanding tubs, designer lighting, vanities, faucets, flooring, all the luxury brands you love at unbeatable prices. Whether you're renovating, building, or just refreshing a room, luxury now lives here. Visit Lux 218 today and let's design your dream together. Located 1227 Lebanon Road, Danville. Like them on Facebook.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
Our Meals on Wheels program is designed for seniors 60 and up in Boyle County who struggle with food insecurity. If you think you may be eligible, call us at 859-236-2070, thegatheringplace.org, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more info.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All righty, thank you there, Rayleigh Joe. Brought to you by our friends over at the Ready Care Clinic, now open in Danville on Lexington Avenue. They're accepting new patients for primary care. Their primary care services combine the convenience of urgent care. They provide routine checkups, preventative screenings, vaccinations, and chronic condition management to support your long-term health and wellness at the Ready Care Clinic right here in Danville on Lexington Avenue in the Save-A-Lot Shopping Center. Cloudy skies, mostly sunny later on. 37 is your high, 24 is the low for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 and 21. The Rebels play Friday night, mostly cloudy, 41. 26 is a low. Saturday, partly sunny, 42. Sunday, partly sunny and 42. Right now, it's 9:38 in the morning. It's 25 degrees, and we're talking with the Fairways. Great place to dine at the Danville Country Club. And to make this segment official, here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Told you, and we welcome on to the show Olivia from the Fairways Restaurant. Good morning, Olivia. How are you?
Great. A little chilly, but great.
Yeah, chilly outside. But we got it warm in here in the studio. We're ready to rock and roll and talk about this brand new great place to eat here in Danville at the Danville Country Club called the Fairways. Now, before we hop into that, Olivia, introduce yourself to our listening audience, because you've been here in the Danville area for more than the last decade, but you're not originally from Danville. You are about as far away as you can get and still be in the U.S. Give us the Olivia story.
Oh, man, you don't want the Olivia story. We're here for the Fairways. But my name is Olivia Talbot, and if I say things funny, it's because I'm from Montana. Mm-hmm. So I have an accent or a lack thereof. I'm not quite sure which one to go with. But yeah, I've been here for the last, like you said, got 3 kids, husband, but I am here as a spokesperson for the Fairways restaurant.
Yeah, excited
today.
about it. The Fairways. So I live just 2 streets over from the Danville Country Club. So I'm within walking distance of the Fairways. And I'm excited to learn now, Olivia, that the Fairways is open to the public. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is open to the public. So most country clubs, as you know, you need a membership. And it's kind of like, a club that only certain people get to be in. But that is not the case anymore. The Fairways is open to the public. No membership needed. Do just request for a reservation. But you call, get a reservation, and we'll get you in.
Okay, what is the number for reservations?
Yes, absolutely. It is 859-209-2073.
859-209-2073?
Yes, sir.
859-209-2073. So let's ask you this first off. Reservations. Why are reservations important for the Fairways? Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, Mickey is the owner over there, and he's great. And his whole thing is we want to fill the restaurant up once and not rush people out the door. We want to know that you're coming so we can prepare a table. For Mickey, every single person that comes is accounted for. He wants to make sure he's got plenty of food. He wants to have your table ready. He treats you like royalty. So reservations are his way of allowing him to have all the time and hospitality he needs to get it ready for you.
Yeah, I love that. For those who have never been to the country club, Olivia, maybe we've driven by it. It talked about the Ready Care Clinic on Lexington Avenue, Save-A-Lot Shopping Center. You all are right down the road from that.
Exactly.
Where is the Fairways in conjunction to coming on to the Danville Country Club premises? How do you find it?
Yes. So the address is 1486 Lexington Road, Danville. But you're just going to drive down the road. There's going to be the long road of trees. Okay, I'm going to back up. Indian Hills Christian Church. There's going to be a little subdivision there. Some trees there, and then you're going to turn and you're going to go past the golf course, and you just keep driving, and it's really pretty back there. And then you'll see a flagpole, and there's some parking around there, and you can park. There's a couple different parking spots or parking locations. So just pull in, walk up, and there's some really nice people right through the front door who will help you figure out where you need to go.
Have someone listening right now, Olivia, who texted me a question.
Yeah.
Wanted to know, when you all are open, are you open on Sundays? What's your days and times that you all are open?
Yes, that's a really good question. So Sunday and Monday is technically closed unless you need an event, because Mickey is really flexible with that. That is kind of their day. They close the kitchen. They allow some of their staff to have time off. But they do have, I do have the breakdown. This is the holiday hours. We have some really special things going on, different days of the week. So we have lunch Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 2, and then you have dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 to 8:30, and then you have a brunch on Saturday, and that's open 11 to 5. But the thing I want to stress, if I can get you to come out for any night, I would really encourage you to come out for prime rib night.
Ooh.
It is happening every Thursday. I want to repeat, every single Thursday. So if you're needing like that date night or maybe a last minute birthday party, or not even last minute, you can call ahead and get it all set up for you. It's a really good night to come out and do it on a Thursday night. And just to give you a plug here, it's an 8 ounces of prime rib with a salad and a side for $19.99.
Wow!
Or you can get 10 ounces for $22. So I want to encourage everybody to come out for that. It's really great time. A really beautiful atmosphere as well. It's super peaceful. Great place to sit and talk. There's not loud, blaring music. It's just really laid back. And like I said, Mickey treats you like your royalty.
It's been a while since I've been in, I guess, the main building there at the country club. So where, I know it's in that, but where is the rest? Is it the top floor, the bottom floor? Like, where will we walk in? Which doors will we walk in to make sure we kind of know where we're going?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be a hostess station right when you walk in.
I know where that
and
is.
they will direct you. They've got a couple different dining rooms. So if you wanted to reserve like a birthday dinner, they'll take you to a private dining room. And then they have a really cool bar. It's really mahogany. It's just really cool vibe. And then they have a bigger kind of a ballroom where there are several different tables as well. So it kind of depends on your needs. But the hostess will take care of you where you need to be.
Again, we're with Olivia from the Fairways Restaurant at the Danville Country Club. Open to the public, but make sure you reserve your spot to eat at the Fairways. And the biggie is coming up tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a Thursday. Look at the calendar, folks. Thursdays follow Wednesdays. Today's a Wednesday, so tomorrow is prime rib night. Slow roasted, perfectly seasoned, served with a house salad and a choice of side. An 8-ounce, $19.99. A 10-ounce cut, $22 for a prime rib night. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays, with a Saturday brunch, closed on Sundays and Mondays unless it's a special event. And you can call the Fairways to get your spot booked to eat lunch or dinner at the Fairways at the Danville Country Club. It's 9:45 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll finish up the conversation with Olivia and the Fairways Restaurant. I'm excited about it. Right down the road from where I live. So I can walk there. I'm like RSVP, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Let's get it done. I'm walking right now. It's 9:45 in the morning. Back after this.
If you're involved in this fall's harvest, the good folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to be careful and to watch out for overhead power lines. So before you start work in a new area, take a few minutes to look around. Make a mental note of the height and location of all power lines, and then obey the 10-foot rule. Always keep your farm equipment at least 10 feet away from any overhead power lines. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy at Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every light matters. Trained and ready, always on call. Professional people and compassionate team. A timely rescue with care above all. Your lifeline for health and well-being. Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every light matters.
There's something magical about Christmas in a small town like Danville. Danville's Small Town Christmas is back on Saturday, December 6th. There's so many fun things for kids like you and me. Pictures with Santa, face painting, hot chocolate, the Danville Polar Express train, and a lot more.
Other activities include the Vendors Village, food trucks, and musical performances, and all of it leading up to the Christmas parade at 6:30 on Main Street.
Danville Small Town Christmas, Saturday, December 6th on Main Street. The fun starts at noon.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
9:47 in the morning, 25 degrees, Wednesday, the third day of December, and happy to have on the show Olivia from the Fairways Restaurant at the Danville Country Club, open to the public. You do not have to be a member of the Danville Country Club to eat at this great restaurant. Been open to the public now for about 2 months. But they do ask that you call and you reserve, you RSVP your spot, 859-209-2073. RSVP like right now for tomorrow's prime rib night, 859-209-2073. Every Thursday night is prime rib night, slow roasted, perfectly seasoned, served with a house salad and a choice of side, an 8-ounce cut for $19.99, a 10-ounce cut for $22. And again, that's every Thursday night. Olivia, what are the hours and days of operation again for the Fairways? So people like, if they eat an early dinner, if they eat a late dinner, they know exactly what hours you all are open.
Sure, yeah. Our dinner hours are Wednesday through Friday, 5 to 8:30.
Wednesday through Friday, 5 to 8:30. You got some lunch hours as well. I think you said 11 to 2:30. Is that right?
Yep.
So from 2:30 to 5:30, does the kitchen close down and get ready for dinner? Is that what happens?
Exactly.
All right, good stuff. So 859-209-2073. 2073. Now, I'm looking at the menu, Olivia, and there's some things that's catching my eye. First of all, I'm a big buffalo chicken guy.
Yes.
And the first thing that you will have in like the appetizers side of things, buffalo chicken bites, served with celery sticks and ranch dressing. That's the buffalo chicken bites, or you can get them bone in. So let me ask you this, Olivia. Out of all the things, you've tried, I'm sure, a number of things on the menu. What's the Olivia special? What would be like, this is what you would go with? Maybe you can pick a lunch and a dinner. We'll give you two selections. What are your two favorites? That's all great, but what have you liked?
Oh, man. I really like the Uncle Charlie's tenderloin pork sandwich.
Yeah, I saw that on
is
here.
a classic.
Grilled pork tenderloin served in a warm bun with lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles, served with French fries. Awesome.
You got it.
Uncle Charlie's pork tenderloin. Okay, what else?
Oh, man. I got to go back to the prime rib.
Yeah?
It's excellent.
The prime rib Thursday special, you going with the prime rib as like your dinner selection?
Absolutely.
What kind of sides do you all have?
Oh, you have a whole range of sides. You've got green beans, mashed potatoes. You can do different salads. You can we've got sauteed spinach as well, steamed broccoli, baked sweet potato, grilled asparagus, macaroni and cheese. Yeah, you can mix it up any way you want.
So how about like a prime rib with a loaded baked potato?
Yep, and
you get salad on the side too, right? And it comes with a drink?
Sure does.
And you can do that tomorrow night for the prime rib special Thursday night, open to the public. RSVP your spot now, 859-209-2073. Now, Mickey is the owner and operator and chef extraordinaire of the Fairways.
Yes, he is.
Tell us about Mickey. What's Mickey's story?
Oh, Mickey's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Mickey is the reason I'm here. So I know Mickey from church, and he's the greeter. And you can't meet Mickey and just not love him. He's like the warmest person. So that's why he stands at the door and says hello to everybody coming in. But he is originally from Charleston, South Carolina, and he has 40 years in the hospitality industry, much of which took place in Atlanta. He's worked every job in the industry, in the restaurants and hotels, from the back of the house to the front of the house. But what the coolest thing about Mickey is, when I started talking to him, is his whole vision behind this business. It's not just a restaurant. He's so much more. And he's not just a restaurant owner. The thing that excites Mickey, and this is the thing that he keeps talking about, and I know this is the thing that excites him, is being able to mentor those who come through his doors. He's not just a great boss, but he really wants to take anybody who has any passion for restaurant and bring them to the next level. So he's just a really inspirational guy.
Chefs have always amazed me. First of all, people who know how to cook amaze me. Because I can follow directions and cook, but I can't make the directions up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I can't make up the recipe, but I can follow the recipe. But chefs are like, oh, we've got some parsley here and some oregano here, and we've got a pound of hamburger, and voila, here's this special cheeseburger I just made up. I don't know how they do it. Do you understand how they do that? Because Mickey's got that chef mind, and he can eat like, all right, here's this, here's that, here's this great prime rib that I just figured out how to make. I don't know how they do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's pretty exceptional in that area. And I think him more than others, he's really creative, and he changes his menu all the time.
See, that's where I would get stuck. I'm like, I can't, all right, I know how to make meatloaf, so we're having meatloaf forever.
Yep.
But Mickey, just change, let's do something different.
Mm-hmm.
That's what amazes me about people who can cook.
Same.
So do you, like, what have they changed their menu from, like, in the last couple months? Have they put new menu items on the menu?
He really does nightly specials.
Okay.
So if you go in, you may get, a chicken special or a steak. Like I think you've got a New York strip going on right now. Or you can come another night and you might get a crab cake.
Mm-hmm.
Or they also do catch of the day. So it really depends on what's local, what's seasonal, what the creative juices are flowing, what he's feeling that day.
What Mickey's feeling. Yeah. I like that. You have a kids menu too. So I've got 3 kids. I've got an 8-year-old. I've got a 6-year-old. I got a 1-year-old. The 1-year-old probably eats more than the 8 and 6-year-old combined. He's going to be a little offensive lineman when he gets older. But what's the kids menu look like at the Fairways? Because you want the family to come out and enjoy this.
Absolutely. And this is great for the big eaters.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to really score here. I have 3 kids myself, so we've got big eaters here. Ages 6 and under eat free.
Oh, wow. Look, I'm looking at the menu. I missed that part in parentheses.
Yeah, well, I just
like
tell
that. Ages 6 and under eat free.
Me too. All right. So I've got a daughter. She's going to love the fried shrimp. That's her favorite. I have another who will love the chicken tenders. And then I have a son who will be all about the steak bites. And then you have burger or chicken sliders as well with choice of side.
I like that there is the kids menu because I feel like sometimes, Olivia, when you go and eat at places, you almost feel like the atmosphere is like, my kids are being loud and they're disruptive and we don't fit in here. Mm-hmm. But you all are like, bring the family. Here's the kids menu. We'll let 6 and under eat free. That's how much the family is welcome at the Fairways.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mickey's all about having family there, filling it up. And not to be rushed out. You know kids take a while to eat. Yeah. They just do.
My 1-year-old is like an old man. He'll sit there and like as long as he's got food in front of him, he'll just feed himself. And you go back like 30 minutes later and he's still eating the spaghetti or he's like waiting for more. So like in terms of not being rushed, that's great for our family because our 1-year-old Truett, he wants to eat and eat and eat and not worry about it.
Exactly.
But that's why it's important again to reserve, to RSVP your spot because you said it's not one of those where you are trying to rush people out the door so you can get the next people in. You want people to have a nice experience, right? They're coming in, they're trying out a place, they're spending their money, and that means a lot to you all, that they pick the Fairways to eat at and that they want to spend their evening, their lunch or their dinner evening there at the Fairways, and you want them to have a great time while they're there.
Absolutely. How many places have you ever showed up to a restaurant and you had reservations, but not really? Yeah. You're like, oh, there's somebody still at your table. Not here. Mickey takes it very seriously. He's not going to give away your table. He's not going to rush you out. He'd be happy if you stayed there all night. Like I said, his motto, fill up the dining room once, and that's all we need.
Hey, Prime Rib Night's going to fill up tomorrow night. It is open to the public. The Fairways of the Danville Country Club for $19.99. You get an 8-ounce cut of prime rib, slow roasted, perfectly seasoned, served with a house salad and your choice of side. Again, I'm looking at the side. I think loaded baked potato is what I'd go with, but I am also a macaroni and cheese fanatic. So, of course, I could just add a side for $3 if I wanted to do that. I could get the baked potato and the macaroni and cheese. You can also get the 10-ounce cut for $22. But again, RSVP your spots. Make sure you call in, you reserve 859-209-2073 for Prime Rib Thursday tomorrow. 859-209-2073 for the Fairways at the Danville Country Club. A great place to dine. Olivia, we appreciate you being on. If people want to follow the Fairways, is there a social media page, Facebook, things like that?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Facebook page, the Fairways Restaurant in Danville. You can just look that up. There's a really great little logo with a little green flag on it. And then there's also a page on Instagram as well.
There you go. The Fairways Restaurant on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm looking at it right now. The Fairways Restaurant of Danville. I see the green little flag. Did you all do like a Thanksgiving dinner or something like that? Yeah, tell us about that real quick.
Yes,
because that's one of those kind of different special things.
Absolutely, yeah. He's really great at getting different groups, and he wants to host you and have a great time. So they did a Friendsgiving, and that was really fun. He said it turned out great. They had some non-members there, which is what he's excited about. He wants to get all those non-members in.
Yeah, again, you don't have to be a member to eat at the Fairways. It's 859-209-2073 to call in and reserve your spot for Prime Rib Night tomorrow night. Maybe you can't make it out tomorrow night. Well, they're open tonight for dinner, too.
Sure
so
are.
You can come on in tonight and try out any of the great menu items at the Fairways Restaurant. Olivia, thanks for being on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Wednesday morning, and I hope may the start to your work day just a little more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices, The Joe Show. AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Wednesday afternoon as Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next right here on WHIR. Go try out the Fairways. You'll love it. A great place to dine at the Danville Country Club.